until I found you. Oh, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh, I'm gonna hold you close. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. I tried to see if I could time the music together with the mic here. How y'all doing, dudes? Yeah, we started a little earlier than normally I do. I've been doing very, very late streams. I want to try not doing late streams or like 20 minutes late, 10 minutes late or whatever if I can. And today just ended up lining up pretty well. I got a project that I'll be probably working on this evening. We do have a raid, I think, this evening too, which I'm not planning on streaming. What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Let me double check. Because we're getting really close on killing Magma Rax last time. We are trying to see if we can go for that Hall of Fame. It might be a decent TO to do it. We're going to try to see how it goes, but it's definitely coming down to the wire. Killing Magma Rax is priority, and then working on Natharian. I don't even know if I'm in for that fight, but we'll see. And then there's Sarkareth, which is the ultimate boss. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be very enjoyable. I'm actually super excited for it. We were pretty close to getting Magma Rax, who's basically just a big old, like, patchwork boss. You do a little bit of movement, and there's a knockback once in a blue moon, but for the most part, you're just, like, trucking the boss down, and you're moving the puddles left and right or to the sides or whatever. And it's a really fun fight. I'll enjoy it a lot. It's an awesome fight because it's a very single target focused. And Outlaw Rogue is very single target focused right now, which is kind of nutty. It's been enjoyable, but I will see if we're doing it tonight. Hopefully we are. Otherwise, I gotta work on, dude. I got a project and plans and work in the background. I am hoping we get an update over on PTR sometime soon, though. I feel like we got some actual really cool changes coming out, like Mages. If you guys haven't seen it, Fire Mage is not even going to be the same. Like, Guilty of Mine was looking at it yesterday, and they're really trying to give more support to the Flame Strike build, while also trying to encourage, like, allow for, like, the Combustion Ignite playstyle to prosper and do well. Hell, currently Mages are able to get Combustion down to, like, 20-second cooldown. Literally every 20 seconds, combustion, and you have a combustion window. Then downtime for a bit, then combustion, then downtime. It is insane, and it's crazy. I'm wondering if that'll stay as it is, though, because that seems like crazy amount of cooldown reduction. Like, it's actually 10 seconds. Okay, all right. I actually need to test it out then. But okay, so at 20 at the longest, maybe around like 30 or so, but like going from a 2-minute cooldown to like 20 seconds. Or 10 seconds, as you say, Jake, in your case, that is absolutely unreal. And I'm hoping that it'll work out to be overall, like, good for the class. Especially with the whole Flame Strike support. There are some weird talents. Me and a buddy were looking at it yesterday. He brought up a couple of good points. Like, there's some talents that are in weird spots, and they could probably move them a little bit. It was mad, it was hella fun. I do wonder if they'll tone it down a little bit, or if they'll just let the playstyle play, and they'll just tone the damage as they need to. But it seems like they're trying to, like, give you big combustion windows, but they're reducing the amount of enemies you can, like, ignite to everybody. The Arcane rework, there is where my eyes are. They didn't really do too much to Arcane, did they? From what CyberPowerPC said, they basically baked in certain passive talents into other talents, so you just basically get a couple of talent options back here and there. But that might be enough in order to make some fundamental big changes in terms of, like, how you change your rotation and, like, fully complete your build. Or pick up defenses for that matter. But also, the class tree for mages in general also looks really good. AoE exists. Did they actually change their AoE? You're gonna have to clue me in exactly what they did to make AoE better. Just because I'm not, like, super preview with it. That's just what happens when I don't play mage that much, man, as I used to. I mean, it is the Arcane specifically is the spec that I usually like to frequent, but mage has not been, like, a class I've been focusing on in a bit now. Right now it's priest, evoker, shaman, and of course rogue. But besides that, I don't really have any other, because, like, it's still early into the season 2 stuff, right? Like, we don't even have the catalyst yet, so I've been mostly grinding my rogue. After a kill, I'll show you. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm also hoping they'll add, like, new dungeons and new stuff for us to do over on PTR sometime, just so we can take some of these builds and playstyles and, like, go try them out in a like in a PvE environment. I'm sure we'll be able to once they do the new dungeon, right? The mega dungeon. Once that's out, I'm sure we'll be able to go in and try some stuff out. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to be playing the Evoker. But Druids also got changes too. Paladin got a lot of changes. Like, they're really trying to make that caster, holy healer support range build more viable. But they're trying to make a bunch of paladin builds viable. There's a new melee build that's going to be like all about shield slamming that reduces cooldown of abilities and even gives you like procs for damage and healing every time you slam. It looks really cool, honestly. And more mana support, more caster support, more Tyrion's playstyle, which actually seems to look like that buff lasts such a long while. It has such a very low downtime. The uptime is kind of nuts. Could be insane just on healing alone. And they're also changing the playstyle where they're kind of embracing Glimmer too. Like, that's just going to be, you know how at the very beginning of the talent tree, you pick up your core ability, the one that starts your class, and then you pick up majority of the core skills that you kind of like can't go without. That's basically what they did with Glimmer. They were like, okay, that's your like second ability or third talent that you can pick up from the top, depending which way you go, left or right. But they were like, all right, we're just going to make it core class design. Everybody seems to like bake it into the playstyle anyway. Nobody avoids it. People like to leverage it. So let's just take this influential ability, stick it towards the top, and that's it. Every build has it. So every build plays around Glimmer. Every build plays around Holy Shocks. Every build has this like cleave, Healy, AoE playstyle naturally as part of it. And there's even talents that now play off of Glimmers too. One that's like sacrifice all of your Glimmers on every ally and enemy, but you refund mana for every one of them, which could be kind of cool. And they're doing some mana stuff where even like Word of Glory and Ladadon, like Holy Power Spenders, now cost mana. So that's going to be interesting how that goes. But there's also some mana refund aspects with like melee playstyle and also casting abilities and such. So I think they're really just trying to make mana worth it. And then they want to like, I think what they're trying to do is trying to make it either you play through melee playstyle and then get mana by meleeing the enemies, or using combat abilities, or you can play the caster build, which has a lot of mana refund as part of it, because you'll want to find a way to like, what's the best to refund mana. But right now it seems like melee build is still a little stronger than caster, but I'm hoping, man. I mean, cross my fingers, honestly. Alrighty, boys. I want to get to some old builds, but I also want to try some rogue stuff too, man. I still got to get a couple decent keys done on my rogue. So which class do we start off with for the night? What do you guys specifically want to see? Because I got the shaman. I've been enjoying elemental. A lot of people are taking me into keys right now. I don't even have that much gear. I think maybe they've seen my Keystone Hero on my main. Evoke got to do a 10, so I've been really happy about that. Plays really well, by the way. I love the changes they've got. They're so much easier to get hit. So honestly, it feels like it does more damage than my shaman right now, just because this thing on single target has quite a rotation, but AoE is fantastic. That's what it just got fantastic rotation no matter what you do. Frost Death Knight, I've been down for it. I haven't played Frost in a good bit, man. I don't know how many keys or how high of keys I can get into on my own, unless maybe my boy, my Tukes can get me into like an 11, 12, 13, something like that. So don't expect the greatest out of me on this one, just because this thing does not have the highest item level and also doesn't have like any score whatsoever. But I'll try, man. I'll try. It's been a good bit. I am interested to see what kind of a builds Death Knights run right now. I'm sure like the tier set is pretty impactful, and I imagine a lot of the playstyle probably revolves around pressing Frost's Fury. But because it can be 100%, I'm just gonna peep exactly what everybody else is playing. Also, can I just pick up the Drogba Trinket? Is that thing really, really good? Hold on, let me go pick up the Drogba Trinket. I'm gonna guess that that thing is probably insane in terms of like benefits, in terms of like the damage it does. Because there's a quest line you can do for the Drogba Trinket. It's really, really quick. Yeah, I'll play much anymore. I do. It's really difficult to like keep up with PvP stuff when I'm doing progression rating. A lot of the, I would love to spend more time PvPing, my guy, but I have to be doing my 50 Underrots and 50 Notharuses just so I can get myself a Forge Storm and a Krog Tusk. It is pretty important for me to be able to do pure single target damage, so I put that as a priority for a short little while. I hope you don't, hope that's okay. It's just a lot. You'll be surprised how much time investment dungeons take, especially if you can't get the item you need to drop. Sunday stream? Yeah, Sunday stream. Normally this would be kind of like a pseudo day off for me, but I really want to go back to like normal stream. What's up, Hannah? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I mean, no, we host out 551 Duels still to this day. Is there a mini boss down here? Oh, there is. Wait, I actually need a lot more spiders here. Can I just tag more spiders? Or did everybody kill these things? Also, why is nobody attacking this thing? Is there more spiders, by the way? Turn into stone, jump to break free. Okay, I can do that. Broodmother? What the? She leapt to me, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my Drogba trinket here. I need that trinket. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. It's ridiculously good. I really need it. I really, really need it. I'm gonna die. It's been a while since I fought DK. Привет, мой друг! Здорово, Завери! Завен! Хорошего стрима, как всегда меня лайк. Спасибо, друг. Спасибо. Надеюсь, у вас нравится стрим. Надеюсь, у вас все хорошо. My Russian is so bad, man. If you understood what I said, you know that I messed that up so badly. Okay, so I need more spiders. Is there any more spiders here? I'm just, okay, real quick, the chat, if you're just tuning in, trying to get a Drogba trinket, real quick. I just need to kill, I need to get crawler venom. And these spiders don't really spawn all that often. But I think that's like the only part where they do spawn. Right? Maybe? All the 5 thing, but missing PvP. My guy, I definitely want to do more PvP. We did solo queue the other day, actually, didn't we? Chat, did we not? Please! Really? Really? Oh, God. Tag everything. I'm gonna fight it. You guys can fight it. Ah! Tag. Beautiful. Please give me enough poison so I can get the hell out of here. Real quick. Please. 1. Is there any more caves where the poison is here? If up to zero build will perform with a 2-piece, you don't think the build will work at all? Like the current build of Death Knight? At all? Is there really 0 chance for it to work well? I mean, I've been playing 0 build way before this. You know, absolute 0 before the tier set. But, well, maybe we could look up another build, try something new, try something different, try something interesting. That's another thing we can do. Is this seriously going to take forever? Is this seriously how this is going to be? Listen, please. Please. Please tell me they'll spawn more often. Wait. Maybe? Wait. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, please. Please, come here. You too. Okay, beautiful. Okay, at least they're kind of spawning. Kind of sort of spawning. This got a 2-piece mythic set, bear now, fat one, 1 mil, 200k to life. Oh my god, dude. No buffs. Dude, bear druids apparently have a lot of health, though. Like a ridiculous amount of health. Apparently they are nutty. And I'm hoping they'll be a lot better in 10.1.5. Jake was checking them out a little bit, and apparently passively, depending on how you count yourself, but passively, you can have up to 20% flat DR. But also, bears are apparently really good for this season, because a lot of the season is not really magic damage, at least for the tanks to deal with. It's a lot of just strong auto attacks, which is physical damage, and bear is one of the better tanks for pure physical damage. Warrior too, because you can just block physical damage. Other tanks can handle it as well, but blocking tends to just be more, on average, more mitigation than just like Blood DK having to like Death Strike. Just like it's more consistent, I guess the word. I think. Still just spells on down. Sounds good, my guy. Please, I need more spiders. Just 2 more venom. At least they're kind of respawning. Maybe I was losing my head over nothing. What does this do? Okay, it doesn't even do anything. It's half Firebrand noise at some level. I mean, it's pretty good, right? 20% DR, it's pretty nuts. Is Firebrand 30 or 40? It's 40. Math. I mean, I think Bear needed something, right? Because don't get me wrong, Bear, even though my guildie said it's actually pretty good for this season, Bear still struggles with magic damage, and having just more flat DR for a spec that's not even that popular for PvE content anyway, I'm perfectly okay with that, honestly. It's like it's not even that popular. It's not really going to be stepping on anyone's toes. It's just Bears is getting a little bit more loving. I'm perfectly okay with that, honestly. Alright, we got ourselves the Drogba trinket. It's probably going to be an upgrade, and then I want to see if I can dive into a dungeon. My Jinx is around. Here's an Aberrus. So, Does anybody got a key that you guys want to run me through? Or at least sacrifice your key for me? I could always pop into Veldrak and see what key it gives me. But we'll try to get into like a 10 or something, man. I just don't know, like 400 atom level. Maybe I could add like, oh, Keystone Hero main, right? Maybe that could help. Because that helped my Evoker, but he was a little bit more gear, close to like 410. But 400, 410 was the difference. PvP also just spells him down. Sounds good, my guy. Alright, let's get the Fist Drogbar Trinket. This thing is really good if you're just starting out. Drogbar rocks. It does a lot of damage. Melee critical strikes have a chance to draw Drogbar Fist out of the gun to slam the enemy for physical damage. It procs quite often, and it, now that they got the sims to work on it correctly, it's apparently really, really good. I'm gonna sim it against what I got. Also, while we're at it, I want to see if there's a build that we could try for Frost Death Knight. Frost DK is not the most popular for M+. In fact, it's about the same as an Outlaw Rogue right now. Like, what? Hold on. What is this? Why am I spec so bad? Okay, we're gonna stop freaking out. So the current build is the Absolute Zero. So there's not a lot of like setup besides Absolute Zero, but the Absolute Zero is still really good even before the like I was playing Absolute Zero before it was cool. Like it was to play what you play with Obliteration. So maybe we should just play Absolute Zero, but just know in the back of our mind that the tier set is going to make it so much better. Because there's not too much variation. Like it's just like Glacial Advance or non-Glacial Advance. I mean, there's a Breath, but like that's super like standard. How different is this from my build? Past talents. They picked up grip over what? Can take. Oh, over asphyxiate. I don't know. I like asphyxiate. Yeah, I like asphyxiate. I don't know. Stun 2. Yeah, that's fine. What about spec 3? 1 here. Absolute down. Exactly the same build as I have it. Yeah, Glacial Advance is just really good. Okay, I guess we're gonna run with it. It's pretty decent. I do need a bit of refresher on how to play this thing again. It's been a good while though. I know that I press Obliterate basically whenever it's up, but I know there's moments where you press Obliterate even if you're capped on resources, but I don't remember which one. Oh man, I actually was studying up like the build, how to play Frost Death Knight properly, not like just cadaver something together, but like actual solid build. Yeah, I just didn't really get to that. Or at least I didn't retain it in my memory bank, dude. I have very selective memory. Like, I really gotta play a spec for a long while before I get to learn, like, the logic behind it, right? Why you use certain abilities. And I feel like once you figure that out, the logic behind the spec, in terms of what is your focus, why you use certain abilities, knowing why helps out make those decisions, like, why you should do X or Y. You know? I'm gonna boost this thing to a 402. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really good. Plus I get more flight stones. And a crest. Do I have any coins? I do. But I can't really spend them on anything yet. 405. It's a solid trinket. I just don't know what to replace it with. Probably like keep the whetstone, replace the other thing. We'll just raid bots real quick. Chat, we'll get into these in just a second. I just need to do some sims, man. But check out Frost Death that already is first loadout. Nah, it's really good. But check out Frost Knight Armory first loadout. I'm willing to sacrifice my key. It's a 13 though. I don't want you to sacrifice your 13. Like, man. Like, maybe like we could. I'm sure we'd be able to get like a bunch of pumpers, orange score dudes to just carry because they try to get their heroic crest still for the week. But I would feel so bad if you had them sacrificing it and like we did time. Let me just do a quick simi, right? Let me just do a quick simi for this thing, yeah? Because they did pick up the Valkyrie Ascension Signet, although that doesn't have like any haste, so who knows, honestly. I also need a better weapon on this thing. This thing's been needing a better weapon for so long now. I don't really care. I mean, yeah, if you want to do it, man, I'll be down. If you want to run that together, I'll be down. Let me a hearth, and we'll see what key I have. I'm sure it's gonna be like some sad, like a +2 at this point. It appreciates so hard. It's like a chain your brain that cares about 5 targets with havoc. Yeah, it's exactly like that. That's why this is why I love exploring a bunch of different specs. But I really should just focus on one spec at the very least, right? Get really good, at least at one. Like, I feel like I do Blood DK pretty good. I don't think I've ever struggled playing Blood DK. And even though Frost is simple, right? You got a Howling Blast, you got a Frost Strike, you got Obliteration, you got, or Obliterate, you got Swinter. Like, how can you mess it up? But knowing which ability to use when, like, especially as a melee, I feel like as a melee, accuracy is so much more important. Range, accuracy, knowing your rotation properly is also important. But usually range are encouraged to like always be casting. It doesn't matter if it's the right thing or the wrong thing. As long as you're casting something, as long as you're instant casting while moving, for example, or pressing any ability, for the most part, your damage is like, I mean, it's not going to be fantastic, but at least you're going to be doing damage. As a melee, it's like, I feel like as a melee, there's a bit more of like, okay, you're in melee, you're either out of melee and you can hit the target, or you're in melee and you're hitting, and when you're hitting, you want to make sure you're hitting the right stuff. Depending on the class, depending on the spec, like, I feel like there's more... Apparently Drogba Trinket is that good? No way! Apparently it's minus 1,000? That's a first. Apparently the trinket is ass cheeks. I don't understand why. And apparently if I go for this ring, this one, apparently that's better. Okay. I guess I'll start making a build for Frost. I guess I'm not changing anything then. Alright. I thought Drogba Trinket was insane. Is it good for AoE maybe? Or is it just my spec? Because it doesn't have like any probably because it doesn't have like any physical damage and I don't have Versa to like amp it. Okay, that's weird then. Dal, one champ, one spec, and one off spec that invests into. If you play all classes, it's difficult to address all of them. One champ, like one class, one spec, and one off spec to invest into. Like generally, what should you be playing and investing time into in 10-1? Yo, AJ, my man, yo, 60, my guy. Can we get a hashtag AJ boy 60 months? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, isn't that a milestone? My guy. Welcome back. How you doing? How many is that? 5 years now? Is that what it is? My goodness. 5, man. The big 5-0. 5. Just 105. What am I talking? What am I on about? Thank you so much, my guy. Hope you're doing good, by the way. 5 years? I think it's 5 years. I'm just doing quick math here, but I think it's 5. Yeah. It's like what? 12 times 5? We got 50. And then 10. 60. Yeah. 5. My god. That's crazy. But Paul, if you'd been like one champ, one spec, and one off spec to invest into, like AN 10-1 or 10-1-5. If you talk about 10-1, I feel like a good all-arounder class to invest into, I would say maybe like, hope you're doing well, bro. I'm doing pretty good, my man. Hope you're doing good too. As an overall class though, I think, is Paladin good? What's a good class to invest into right now? Like an all-around class. I wouldn't say Warrior, just because Prod is good, but it's not like top. Druid is okay. Actually, probably Druid. Oh, Boomkid, but Bear is not amazing, but like everything else is pretty good. Like DK, Frost, and Holy, and stop there. Oh, one class and which specs, 2 specs of which class to invest into. I think like Death Knight is pretty decent, but in Death Knight, I would say like what? Death Knight, I'll probably do Blood just because it's pretty decent. And I don't know really what's better, Frost or Unholy. If you wanted a class to invest into, I think Paladin as a Red and Prot is a solid combo. Red and Prot is really strong right now. Mage, Arcane, and Fire. Warlock, Demonology, and Destruction. Even though Affliction is really cool too. Hunter, probably like, I guess Marksman and BM do the same thing. Okay, scratch Hunter out of that one. What else is there? Evoker, Preservation, Devastation, both are really good. And then once they add Augmentation, you could replace either one, because I think all 3 are still going to be really good. Trying to think of other classes here. Priest, Disc, and Shadow, both are really good right now. Disc is kind of hard to play though. Shaman, actually all 3 for Shamans are really good. Ally, Enhancement, and Restore are piping right now. Shaman is worth the investment at the moment. Definitely worth your time. Yeah, definitely. The H is pretty good too, actually. Yeah. All right. Let's try to see if we can maybe get into a plus 10 or something. Plus 10, 11. No guarantee if we will be able to. Am I really gonna go back into Underods though? The understake. Are we doing it? I'm gonna space my key. 3 Neltharis. 3. We got a 3. Get it out of here. Get the garbage out of here. I don't know how many of these 11s and 10s I'll be able to get into, man, but we're gonna try it, yeah. Unholy is more consistent for a raid. Frost is better for on plus. Is it actually? Because I don't really see Death Knights really like. I mean, Unholy, yes, I will agree with you on that. In raids are pretty good in pure single target fights, especially if they can just have good uptime with their army. That being said, I don't really see Death Knights competing really much outside of that, right? They're not a bad tank for like Mythic Pluses and raiding, but they're not the most popular. Frost and Unholy can do well in dungeons, but they're not also the most popular either. And PvP is about the same too. Like, it's just not really standing out. And for a lot of people, like for some, it's gonna be good enough. Like, you know what? I don't need to stand out. I just need to be solid enough. And I will agree, solid enough specs. But a lot of people want to play a standout. Kind of like, a lot of people have this Ricky Bobby mentality. You either first or last kind of deal. So if you're of that mentality, which is like what people play into the meta a lot, not the best specs for being first or last. They're not first. They're not first. Survival is the only hunter spec right now. It's actually so good though. Is Assassination Rogue good? Out of all three specs, it seems to be like the most roguelike. Eventually, I don't. They're okay for raiding. There's some here and there, but like sim-wise, they're only now. Whisper's been doing a lot of the theory crafting work, and they've gotten the sims to be a lot better as of recently. I'll take a look at it. I haven't got to try it at all, and they're not really all that. I feel like right now a lot of people are playing subtlety, and then there's like. Technically, Outlaw should sim the best in single target raids. I think Assassination now should be a lot better than that. I just don't see a lot of Assassination at the moment. They're just not stand out right now. But maybe like over the next few weeks, more people will give them a try. Now that as people are trying to get through a raid tier, probably sticking it safe with Subtlety just because it seems to be a good spec for the raid so far. As more people will try out the other specs, and then maybe they'll find out, wait, Assassination actually slaps on a lot of these bosses. We could have been playing Assass this entire time, slamming through them. I think a guilty of mine wants to try Assassination on Magmarex either this evening or tomorrow. He not only plays Subtlety, but he has experience with Assassination as well. And he said he was interested in trying Assassination to see how well it could do, because it should look like promising. Fairly promising. Omarites and M+, top DPS, a lock, mage, and hunter. Dude, right now, yeah, it is Caster City right now. Casters are having such a good time in this tier, honestly. It is actually kind of ridiculous. Should I just like pop in KSH main? Should I add that in there? KSH on main? Just because I'm not really I feel like I'm gonna walk in and then just end up kind of like dumpstering with my not dumpstering damage, like obliterating, but rather being like in the dumpster with my damage, actually being a walking trash can. Is it worth to see with adding a KSH? Because they'll be like, oh, we got this Keystone Hero guy, and then bottom meters, I'll be like, yeah, Keystone Hero my ass. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to do it. KSH on main. I need my Tukes, or I need somebody else to help me get in the key here, man. That's what I need. Oh my god. If I had something better than the Tharian Slayer 3, like maybe an 8, maybe I should just do it, like start with an 8. Also, I need to double check how you play Frosty DK. And I think the best guide is probably going to be bicep pumps, right? Probably the most like coherent guide for obliteration openers or whatever, and goes in general. Am I IC talents? I think I am, right? Cold hard, I'm not cold hard. Single target rotation and priority, rotation when you use Centrigosa or obliteration active. Just obliterate whenever you get a proxy killing machine. Frost strike if your buffs are about to flop, that's a priority. Howling blast if you don't have a killing machine proc. Or Remorseless Winter on cooldown. Obliterate if you're just sitting on resources. Then Frost strike if you're just about to cap. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. And then AoE is just like the same, isn't it? Just drop down a Death and Decay whenever you get a chance. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all AoE is just like keep your buffs up, Remorseless Winter, you gotta be up the entire time, and then try to line up like Death and Decay if you're trying to cleave stuff. That's really about it. The rotation doesn't change whatsoever, which I actually kind of like about it, just because it's like, oh, it's just very simple to learn. Got my first carriage to 60 BFA. What do I do now? Well, right now, Kevin, if you already have Dragonflight like bot, you should be able to venture forth into the Dragon Isles and begin a journey. The quest should start in Stormwind or Orgrimmar to get you started and onto the boat. Either the flying boat or normal boat, and then from there you just follow the main story quest chain. do dungeons, learn dragon riding, explore, do some side quests here and there, just because you'll need XP just to make just a little bit of extra XP if you're just looking to follow main story. Just a side quest once in a while is fine, but for the most part, as long as you do that, you should be able to hit level 70 fairly quickly. I'd say fairly quick. Yeah, I'd say fairly quickly enough. I'd say. Man, let's see. Can I get into anything else? I mean, I'll try. Maybe I need to try somebody who's got like nobody in their group, and I'll just try to see if I can join like a 10. Right, KSH on main. I don't really know. I might need to do like a 9 or something, just because this thing is bad need of gear, man. And big need of gear. I probably shouldn't even be looking at like 10s either, should I? Like maybe 9, 10. This thing needs gear. That or help. That or help. If my Jinx is around, if he's ever had a Shadow Crucible, then I can help him. Or he could help me, maybe. Or he could do Exalted Expression. Do you feel similar group for Assassin? Do you like Sub or Outlaw? Do you do a similar guide for Assassin? I probably will once I get to know it a little bit more. I was going to explore like the playstyle of that spec and see how it plays. But I just haven't really spent a lot of time with it so far. You know? So we're just going to kind of give it a go in my free time. See how it goes. I could also blood DK. I think if I blood DK, they'll probably take me into a group immediately, wouldn't they? I'm just gonna try to sign up for whatever I can on a 10. See how that goes. But otherwise, you could just blood DK, man. I feel like I would be so much more comfortable blood DK in it. Yeah, if it's taking forever, I'll just blood DK. We'll just sign up for a couple of these and we'll see how it goes. Do professions, if you do professions, maybe 1.5 days, 60 to 70. Yes, if you do professions and you make a bunch of first crafts items, which is basically whenever you make an item for the first time, you get a bit of bonus XP while you're lower level. You can, if you want to do that. If you're interested in professions, there's definitely a big system with professions. If you want to do stuff like crafting, or I guess technically herbalism and like mining also gives you XP as well. It's just a little bit of XP. It's a passive bit of gain while you're like on journey, just picking up herbs and mining ores. Especially with dragon riding, you can like reach those places so much faster anyway. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary though. And I would advise you to follow the main story. I wouldn't like skip the main story just to hit max level, because it's not super like the other expansions, like super tied into like endgame stuff we need to finish all the story. But you should. I think it should, because there's definitely like a narrative this expansion, and I might as well follow it. Yeah, at least that's how I feel. Let's try the Souls of Infusion. I don't think it'll take me, but like maybe. Or you could also do all the expansions. I mean, technically you could, but I think after level 60, the game kind of naturally would want to get you to do a level 70 content. You could do older expansions, quests and stuff, just like if you enjoy it, but I don't think you're gonna get a lot of XP, because eventually you just start out leveling all those places, and the XP is just kind of gonna drop off entirely at some point, just because you're way over level. So that's actually quite enjoyable, especially for raid. It feels a bit awkward sometimes on M+ when you don't have CDs. Yeah, I think they really need to fix that spec so it actually plays a lot better when it comes to M+. I think that'll be fantastic if they did that. It definitely needs a little bit more when it comes to M+. Because right now the only thing, a baseline to Assassination is Phantom Knives. And then you gotta kind of figure out what kind of a build you want to do. I guess there's Crimson Tempest, which adds an extra bleed to everything around you, which is decent, but it's just not strong enough all on its own, really. At least at the moment. So, I don't know, man. They just need a little bit of help, is all. Otherwise, it's a fun spec. Last time I played it, it hasn't changed enough. Like, even Outlaw has a whole nother build you play now with Keep It Rolling. I guess the build was there last season, but you didn't really play it just because there was no point. But now I'm playing the build, and it's actually kind of fun. Like, you just have swimming in buffs. You're swimming in a fight buff. You're harnessing those buffs the entire time. And the tier set kind of lets you play it, sort of. It doesn't make you play it, but it gives you an opportunity to play it. I guess the better way to put it. Even subtlety, like, Right now, Subtlety does have a couple new talents, but you still stuck to Secret Technique. I was really hoping they would find a way to like separate Secret Technique out of its playstyle, make it all about them big, chunky eviscerates, right? But there is a new build that's coming up. It's like a Sepsis build together into the Rotten, and it plays around the tier set and the Rotten. Apparently, that is really good single target, but it's really difficult to play. It is so unusual to play, but it's not terrible sim-wise, just like practicality is kind of low at the moment. It's basically like that the Vikings trinket from Uldaman, right? Yes, technically in sims it does really good. You just drops a cannonball where you stand and you got to move around, but the damage of that trinket will be split with everything that it hits. So if you're in that AoE area, you'll help split the damage. You'll actually end up hurting yourself, hurting your damage, hurting DPS and overall, unless you're trying to hurt yourself with that trinket. So it's just not practical, and a lot of people would rather bypass it. Technically, numbers-wise, it's okay, but you really have to make sure you're moving, and if the mob is moving, oh, you go. Kiss good luck to all the DPS you got. So it's just one of those specs where it's just there's inconveniences, and it's just like, do it, don't really want to do it. Don't really want to do it. Don't really want to do it. Are we doing a 9, dude? I really want to do a 10. I signed up for this one, I'll sign up once I get declined from something else. Look at the general. What do we got? Hold on a second. Orb Barrage. Arcane or Barrage. Oh, 10% chance. Super Arcane Charge to consume you. Oh, 40% chance then. Oh, that's pretty good actually. You're right. Yeah, the cleave damage is going to be fantastic. You are correct. Yeah, and apparently also when you're trying to sign up for keys, if you guys are like, if you're watching me right now just getting declined and all these things expiring for me as I'm trying to get in a group, dude, it apparently is pretty bad even at the high end. Dudes that got 35 or 2800 score right now can't even get in plus 20. It is ridiculous. Right now you have to have 2 PhDs in dungeons in order to even get in the key. It's crazy. Makes no sense. All expired. What else can I sign up for? I think I already signed up for this before. KSH on main. I don't know. Last time that worked on my evoker, but I think I also had gear on that thing. Who knows? Yeah, sims are really theoretical, and sometimes it can give you a skewed picture of what is actually better in performance-wise. I think the best part is go over the sims and try them and see how viable it is. Like the Outlaw will keep it rolling build feels awkward until I end up changing my rotation. And then you have to adjust with the logic, but it does work. Like I've been able to take it into dungeons and in raids, and I've seen quite a bit of success with it. It's not really better playstyle, it's rather an alternative playstyle more than anything. But it can get relatively similar numbers. It's just in raids right now with so many rogues that do play Outlaw, so used to ambush, having to retrain your brain away from ambush is weird and difficult at times. But the build works. I mean, I was able to do like 130k DPS in a freehold 20 last night, and then we ran it again. I did 127, but like still fairly high damage, and I was running against an Unholy Death Knight, which I guess is not the highest for M+, and a Marksmanship Hunter, which are pretty good for M+. So damage-wise, like, I was doing pretty good, I felt. And I was competing with a Boomkin in our guild. Larson, he's generally really good. So, like, if I'm competing with him damage-wise playing Outlaw, I think at the time I was playing Ambush, though, but, like, the spec is not amazing for M+, because there are some specs that are just blasting it out of the water, but it can work. But yeah, Subtlety may be one of those builds where you just gotta get used to it, and then it'll just start working out pretty well. But it's just about retraining your brain and how abilities work and whatnot. And also the builds, some of them are better for like a long fight, some are better for a short fight. So if you have a short fight, apparently that other build's a lot better. But it's one of those things, you just gotta try it, see if it works. But yeah, sims are definitely like, you can't just be like, oh, Sims is good, must be good in game, because some sims are just sim trap. Like a lot of like, I'm gonna go Blood DK, dude. I'm trying to get a Frost thing. I'm gonna go Blood DK, just so we can get in a key. At this point, this is ridiculous. Okay, double checking if my chicks is out. You can probably do a plus 10, 11, yeah, probably. Or am I being ambitious here? 10, 11 for a tank, maybe. Leather wearers. Oh no, what are you farming for leather? What the? What do we do? Halls? I don't really know what halls is. Like any good dispatch? I'd say so. Yeah, Michael, I'd say so. They're pretty decent. Brewmaster in particular is really good too. I like Brewmaster. Is there a freehold in here? Because I'm pretty comfy doing a freehold. Pretty comfy doing a freebie. Let's see. Lair Crest. Oh no, dude. Nelth. Oh no. Underata. Natharis and Underata. The two dungeons I think I've done way too many of. You know, the only kid just Expo and Barrage. LMFAO. Yeah, that's actually kind of nutty. Explosion Barrages. Oh yeah, that would be really, really good together. Yeah. That looks really good. Arcane is fun. Yeah, I imagine. Because you probably just get like constant resources. What do you do when you barrage and you immediately orb? Like you had like a weird downtime. At that point you would just like what, throw down like the dot, another tempest or whatever, and just roll with that. That's what I'll probably do. Alright, freehold boys. And have at least a potion. Okay, we're gonna do freehold exactly how I remember doing freeholds. So we're just gonna do it like very standard. Also, I'm gonna have to relearn how to play Blood DK a little bit. Also, Blood DK build, I imagine it's all very heavy on Umbilicus Eternus, which I was running anyway. But I think I'm just gonna run this, because Jake, that seemed really good with the rune tap and all that. Or can we double check? I guess it doesn't hurt to double check to see what builds are running now. Blood DK, C tier, ooh, stinky. What are you running? Umbilicus Eternus. Actually, exactly the same build. Wow. Little broad drums, cool. My blood build, haven't touched the build in months. Dude, it's still the same. You don't need to touch it. It was perfection from the get-go. You basically were prepared for the Umbilicus build. And honestly, I was talking to like a guildie of mine. He was like, yeah, Umbilicus is not good. Yeah, vampiric blood, and then we gotta wait for it to expire, and then you gotta dot. And I just thought to myself, well, yeah, but like you're gonna be in Van Blood all the time anyway. That's just an extra like giga shield. Like it actually is pretty strong. There is an awkward thing about Umbilicus though. He did mention, is that still a thing? So what Umbilicus is, you press it. And then you have Vampiric Blood, which increases your absorbs by 40%. Umbilicus will give an absorb based on your Blood Plague. However, most Deathlights will actually cancel Umbilicus just so they can get absorbed inside of the Blood Plague window. Did they ever fix that, or do you still have to do that? With a cancel macro, or cancel macro. Because at first, our DK was like, Umbilicus probably not that good. But then when he came around to it, it was like, Umbilicus is pretty good. I just don't like that whole, like, canceling the, canceling Van Blood, or canceling Umbilicus early before Van Blood falls off. Is that still a thing? Is that still what you gotta do? Because otherwise you don't get as big of a shield. You get 40% bigger shield if you just cancel it early. No idea, DK was that to rot? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I need to ask around or see if he knows, maybe. Or ask on a DK Discord and see if they have like a guide for it or something. I'm sure they do. But yeah, apparently that was like an awkward part about it. I'm 447, I don't know if you'll just have lower 422. I'm low, dude, I know. It is crazy. Except my Evoker got accepted into a 10 Vortex, no score. At 410 Animal. So honestly, I feel like it all depends if somebody has Radar IO or not. If they don't have Radar IO, yeah, there's definitely going to be an item level limit. But I'm sure like if I try to sign up for 20 on my rogue, I'm sure I'll have a hard time getting accepted. Apparently people are reporting that it's like ridiculously difficult to get accepted into some of these dungeons, man. Ridiculous. We'll try to see if we can get a everybody here in just a moment. Kevin is almost here. Kevin. Should we do a big pull in the opener? Do you think these guys can do it, or should I go smaller? I kind of want to go big. I kind of want to go big kid mode in the opener because we got Shadow Priest, we got a Warlock, we got a Rogue. I mean, the Rogue is not. I don't really know what the Rogue is gonna do. We need this guy too. Hold on, bro. Can you click? You are. Please click. Broke. Click. Plus. Is this guy here? Oh, he's here. Never mind. Okay, we're ready. I think. Bro, the Nell Slayer was awful. I don't care why, but I cannot do mechanics at all. Dude, third boss of Nell Slayer is just absolute monster. Actually, the toughest boss I've ever seen in my life. Literally the biggest wall ever. Actually impossible. No, it's actually really rough, dude. First boss is kind of like annoying, but not too bad. As long as you're killing the ads, like, you're fine for the most part. That's literally all the mechanic is. And then don't move when he does the crystal thing. Just don't move. That's the only thing that kills people in that. Is like when people are running around like a chicken without a head. It's like, wow, as a healer, I lose my mind to that. I'm like, just stop walking, please. Especially as a Beastmaster Hunter. And I know the Beastmaster Hunters are probably like, well, they're used to running around constantly while going through rotation, but it's just like, please, just don't. You're hurting yourself. Please. You're hurting yourself in a confusion. No. But like poor melee and stuff, like they gotta move, but it's like, oh, please just stay. We take no damage. Alrighty, let's go in. I'm gonna IBF immediately, honestly. My damage meter's not showing up well, by the way. I'm gonna blind them real quick. I have no idea if that's the trick. Another defensive. Should be mostly okay. Also, I gotta keep using my, what's it called? Death's Caress more often. Definitely gonna Death's Caress more often. Nice. How much damage was it? I don't even know. My damage meter was off. Okay. Woo! 90k? Easy. Get in here. Get in here. Follow me. Follow me. Oh, please, no. Why did we pull that? That is not what I wanted to pull. That is not what we wanted. I guess we're doing it now. We're way over percent, but okay, whatever. Way over percent. Also, hopefully somebody is getting these ghosties. I forgot that we have those. I need to heal. But then I need to heal myself. Definitely did not want to be doing this pull, by the way, but... Oh, you gotta get hit, guy. Yeah, you gotta get hit. Alright, and now we have dudes over there. I'm gonna wait. Who pulled that? Somebody must have been like a little too far left or whatever. It happens all the time, though. Also, I kind of missed using Rune Tap. I think it's such a good ability. Like, maybe I'm the only one, but I like it a lot. Like, it's a nice little bit of like, oh, just a little bit extra help if you're ever in trouble. Just a little extra help. Yeah, I have Grippy Hand too. I don't know if I want to use it here, but just save it for the boss at this point. This feels pretty good. Mechanically, pretty simple. Does it finish out the Mythic? Yeah, not bad at all. Talk about the Thursday in front of you. So yeah, Jake. Oh man, everybody, dude. Everybody has a bad day with Natharian's Lair. It is just that kind of a dungeon, man. Just another day in Natharian's Lair. Where's the boss? Here we are. Oh please come back, baby, please. Please go into my death and decay. Yeah, thank you. Good droid, man. If we do this right, we shouldn't have to like move the boss anywhere, by the way. Also, I shouldn't walk him. Okay, put him like here. Probably not the place. We could probably go across, honestly. We can go across. Here we go. We'll fight him here. Away from the bird. Somebody else can bait it. Bird, beautiful. Hopefully the bird crew is coming back, though. Did they fly back? Or is it? Okay, he's kind of like over there. That's fine. Another thing you want to do is keep the boss facing away from your party. That's all you want to do here. If you haven't done this place. All you do is keep the boss facing away from your party. That is all you do. It's the easiest boss ever. I think honestly they made him easier than he was back way in the day. I'm sure like the difficulty is going to be like when the boss, every one of his pistol shots just absolutely cracks right through you. But it used to do a big punchy hit at the very beginning of the fight. No more. This doesn't do that anymore. Just trying to make sure I'm like keeping him away. If he's going to turn around and hit the rogue, he's probably going to hit that guy, the warlock. Yeah, that guy too. Ever since they made that into a dot over like a big hit that they initially had, it's so much easier to do, man. So much easier. It is night and day difference. Like having it just trail off over time instead of just like insta. Solid. Okay, I kind of want to do this guy right here. I really don't want to fight him, but I know that he could drop aggro so easily. I'm probably just gonna run him, maybe. Like, should I just kill him right here and just run? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Can you be moved? No, you can't. Yeah, like all these guys are ready to go. Warlock is just trying to stay ahead of the curve. Honestly, just kill him real quick. Just because I want to go in there. Big grab pull. We're just going to end up pulling, I feel like, half the dungeon, though, with these guys. Because they only pulled a lot more than I wanted to. I want to try to see if I can... Oh, yeah, pull these guys. Hold on. Pull. Big grippy hand. Yeah. Ow. Okay, who else do we pull? What are we pulling in there? Okay, big AoE. God, I love the AoE with the spec. Oh, so my damage is like stuck. What's going on? Okay, that's a little better. Okay, can we do all of this? Okay, we won't do the rat pack. We'll grab this guy. I'll grab all these guys and maybe like these guys too. Grab all this. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I got a weapon. Okay, this one can work with. Rat pack across the way. We could probably grab them in. I should have waited until I had a blood boil for that. It's so much easier to get a bit of aggro once a blood boil. Try to keep him in AoE as best as I can here. What are we doing well today? What's up, Shane? How you doing, my guy? I'm doing fantastic, man. Playing some classes, enjoying some alts. It's been a long while since I've really been able to do that. So today we're doing this. Also, did you guys see some of the changes coming out for classes in 10.1.5? Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Besides Augmentation Evoker, Fire Mages are going through quite a big change as well. Do we have CDs or do we not have CDs? Because I guess we could just like... Because I kind of want to pull stuff until we get Lust. Because if we got CDs, I'll go boss. I guess I should ask, right? Got CDs? Because if we got CDs, I'll just go. Okay, we're just gonna do boss then. Hopefully they got CDs. Big grippy hand. I kind of want to wait until we get Death and Decay a little bit later. We're gonna run. Okay, Death and Decay here is fine. Perfect. So I can do one of pop. One of these. Do we have a answer for the barrels, by the way? Did I stun the barrel? Can't stun the barrel. Just have to help the guy. Help! Oh god, please kill the ad. Please kill the ad. Good sleep. Where's she? Where's Eudora?
Danger, danger.
Oh, when will it be free one or one shot buy? I don't know, man. I don't think it would be. I feel like monetization with the game would get so much worse if it was free. You know what I mean? Like, cause running servers, man. I mean, they've been doing it for years. I feel like I don't know, man. I just can't imagine WoW being like just one-time buy or just free. I feel like it'll be like so much worse monetization wise. Like if people don't like the current version of monetization we got going on right now, yeah, the new version will probably be not much better. Go please. Can't really heal. Hold on, I can grab you or try to break you. I wish I had like a way to help that guy because the paladin you could at least handle freedom. Losing rune power for good allows specs to be more fluid. Losing rune power is good. Yes, I think so too. I think it's going to be really good. But if that's a major rune lose of power, I mean, it's not like they're losing rune of power and just not giving them back anything. They're just amplifying the rest of their damage kit. Baseline damage, and they got encounters ward at the very least. So they get more baseline damage together with encounters. I think it's going to be fine, honestly. Okay, so the barrel cannot be blinded. Yeah, there's really got to be like a way to deal with the barrel. Interrupted? Oh, good blind. Solid blind. But yeah, Kraken, I think it's going to be good for them overall because they are not like, they're not giving them back the damage to that spec. They're keeping the damage. They're just giving them like, you know, other ways of like, how can they play the class? And a world without Rune of Power, I think, is a wonderful world, honestly. You want to go big here? Just go Mongo. Just go absolutely huge. I kind of want to, but I feel like we're all just gonna die. Or if anything, I think we want to kill maybe the Harpooner. Okay, if we kill the Harpooner, then I'll go in for the next one. If I can kill that guy real quickly. Just focusing him down real quickly. Okay, cool. We can pull these guys. There's two Harpooners in there, so that's not going to be ideal, but it'll be okay. Big AoE. Oh, love it. Look at my damage, man. Actually doing kind of okay-ish. At times. At times, keyword. Oh god. I don't know why I pressed AMS there. Well, it's taking a lot of damage for a second. I'm gonna be a lot better at this whole death striking thing. A lot better at it. Also, I'm gonna be a lot better at maintaining my, what is it, death and decay. We'll go down the middle. I feel like the groups that I've been in recently have been doing down the middle strat a lot more often. Because if we go up there, apparently dudes down below pull anyway. Getting back to back in time walking like a gift from gods, dude. I know, man. Back to back, yeah. That one is particularly good because it counts as 2 for some reason. So if you do 2 of those in 1 extra dungeon, like you're good. You're done ski. I almost got lucky with like that with my demon hunter. I just had to do like 1 less dungeons at least, so it was better than nothing. Okay, I want to try to see if we can just kind of run past these guys. Grab him. And start DRP real quickly. Does it not start RP automatically anymore? I feel like it doesn't start RP automatically anymore. Also, we need a bit more percent, so we can maybe grab up here. Because we need like 80 or so before we go up. But close to 80 is fine. Nothing wrong with it all today. With all day, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get my main stuff done too. Like, I'd be down to test out Rogue. Like, I'll be down to. Did they change that reticle? The AoE one. Was it always like a full circle? I thought it was a swirly before. Like, super difficult to tell. But maybe not. Oh, wrong one. Did it wrong. Try to get these ads in here. Not how I meant to pull in, but now we have it. Now we do have it. There you go, big grippy hand. Blind him. Huge. God, I love the AoE of this class. It's not the craziest in AoE, but I do like it a lot though. Because it's definitely like a moment of just like a puff of burst. But that's really about it. That's all. Blood DK is just like a puff of burst. But yeah, if you guys want to see some rogue stuff, I'd be down to check out like assassination build maybe for M+. Or outlaw or subtlety or whatever. I've just been doing a lot of keys on my rogue, and now I'm free from underrots. I don't have to do underrots anymore, which is really, really nice. Do you want to do more? I mean, I guess I can pull these guys, right? I can pull this guy. Might be pretty decent. I'm trying to make sure the healer doesn't ever have to heal me. Like, if I'm doing it right, he shouldn't have to do anything for me.
Watch your step.
Can we pull this into Ludwig? I think we can pull this into Ludwig. We'll just focus him for a second. Take no damage for a moment.
Run.
Biggest shields in the world.
Watch your step.
The mechanics are simple, yeah. A DPS meter? Yeah. I don't know what it is, man, with my DPS meter. It just does some weird stuff here and there. I don't really know what it is. Sometimes it just does not want to work. Oh god. You just, as long as you don't leave like the ring. That was weird. As long as you don't leave like the ring while you're fighting stuff, you don't get hit. But if you do leave, you get like food thrown at you and then you miss your abilities. And you could literally just get one shot by that. It is not a fun mechanic. Are we raiding tonight is the question. Raider stuff. Plan to get a MAGA shot tonight with the comp signed up? Cool. We are raiding this evening, so that's gonna be fun. What else gonna take? We got A3, we're fine, man, we're chilling. We'll try to see if we can skip those guys if possible. Throwback. I'll try to see if I can keep him like away from any of the sharks. The priest and the warlock are definitely gonna have to figure something out with that. That or the healer's gonna have to be helping him. I can just stay in as a tank, can't I? I probably can. Yeah, I can. I actually take no damage from it. He's gonna charge again, isn't he? Yeah, he is. We're just gonna pull him over here. Back by the puddle. Or should I take him away from puddles? I probably should take him away from puddles, just so the warlock has somewhere to kite. What's up, HM? How you doing, my guy? Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. Retro attack. Where's the shark at? Is it on us? No, it's just over there. I was looking for the second shark. We'll take him on this side. Take him like over here. At this point, I think you should be going for double shark pickup. I think. Because at some point he does do a double shark pickup, which he didn't used to do back in BFA. I think he's going to charge and then he's going to do a spinny. Charge? Charge? There we go. And now he does a spinny. Yep. He didn't used to do that back in the day. That's an interesting pattern he's got going on. Skippy. I think I want to go big pull. I think I want to pull the big lady. If I can AMS her oil blade strike, then I can live her pretty well. I think. I hope. Oh god. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'm questioning myself. Now I'm doubting. Now I'm a doubter. I'm gonna try to see if we can pull him. She's far away. Now I don't want to fight her. Now I don't want to fight her. Oh, you know what I should be doing? I should be switching on rotation just a little bit. I should be going for the big AoE and then groupie hand because that'll help me restore my bone charges anyway. If he just walks back a little bit, I can pull her. Okay, I want to try to see if I can line up that AMS at the right time. Oil blade? Yeah, you can AMS it. That's so good. I didn't know that. But the crippling bite from the doggos is gonna kind of hurt every time they do it. Unless they bite somebody else or a parry it. Which I guess may be possible? Ah. I was hoping maybe I have that available before she does her oil blade. Apparently not. Okay, and this should be final pull. I'm still trying to learn like percentages of what you want to pull, what you don't want to pull is this on this dungeon. I'm not that familiar with it yet. Not yet at least. Thunder Squall, we can interrupt it. Beautiful. Oh, I almost hit it. I almost did it right. I almost did it right. I definitely gotta line it up a lot better. There's a lot to track as a tank, man. It's very, very different in like gameplay. I got nothing for that. What's the defensive though? Don't have an answer for any of these things. Never mind, we're good. Alright, ready? Let's gonna do them out here. Let's just give everybody space. I don't really have an answer for like when the ads drop in though. So I'm not sure what you do with that as a blood DK. Not 100 on that yet. Definitely don't want to have grippy hand whenever the bomber ads come around. We gotta cancel it? I don't think so. No, we're good. I can slow him at least.
Watch one. Phase 2.
Move him a little bit. So the rogue actually has a place to stand. I wish I had way better damage tickets for this. I'm just gonna keep him over here, let the rogue come around. Oh, that guy just took it to the face. Wait, even that they made a dot? Oh. Oh no, it's not a dot. I thought that we made that into a dot as well. Apparently not though. I'll walk with the rogue. Just so you can actually stay on a boss. Much as possible. Oh my god, that guy just gonna blast it by it. He may not want to stand there, honestly. I mean, on a 10, like, it doesn't really matter. But, like, any other dungeon, you probably don't want to stand there. What a goober, dude. Still feels like a goober play, man. Like, it's just bad habit, man. Building up the bad habits. Build them early, build them often. There we go, Rogue. I can roll with you. Look at that. Yeah, I can take it with you. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look how helpful I am. Oh my god, this guy, dude. Anything good? Nothing. Maybe someone gets something they don't need. Shark hide grip, silver trim. Yeah, nothing. Okay, cool. TY all. Alrighty, boys. Next character. Blood DK was pretty fun, honestly. Blood DK was enjoyable. I really would have loved to do this dungeon as a Frost Death Knight just because I love DPSing. But tanking, I mean, it's solid. Blood DK is solid. It's a 10, so it's not like something is insane. Or I don't think it's insane, but it feels good to play overall. You know? I would love to get this thing geared and like challenge myself into like real keys. But 10 is about, I think, as far as I get into random invites. Like, maybe I can do like... Because we did have a guildie of ours, R10, who went in like a somewhat undergeared prop paladin. You know, freehold 20. Like, he had less health than an Unholy Death Knight, to give you an idea. And he did fine. He did perfectly okay. So I wonder, like, what kind of keys can you do as a tank? Like, how far can you really push yourself? Like, at 400, could I do a 20? Like, if I knew how to play this thing properly. I do wonder. Chat, which card do we do next? We got a couple options. We can either go and explore. Next time I'll tank for you. Sounds good, Shade. But next time, boys, we got ourselves, either could play Rogue for... maybe try Assassination, give Assassination and plus a try. That, or maybe do a Hunter, because I love Survival. This thing is a lot of fun. Or one of the healers, maybe, like Mistweaver. Brewmaster? Vengeance? I feel like a tank, get into a case of tank is so much easier. Maybe like Holy Paladin? I don't know. I kind of want to wait until Holy Paladin with a 10-1-5, honestly, at this point. I feel like those changes would be good. Feral Druid is apparently really good this season as well. Feral is apparently insanely good in terms of AoE and Mythic Pluses. I just don't know if I'll be able to get in the group at all. This thing did not have a lot of gear before. But I think, like, viably... I think it's between the Rogue, the Hunter, or the Shaman, maybe. I think those are the classes that I think I'd have any chance of, like, getting about it. Rogue for sure. Shaman for sure, probably, maybe, actually, not sure anymore. Or Hunter. Which one do you guys want to see, man? Swap my main SFH. I swapped my main. What'd you swap to, man? What'd you swap to? What'd you swap from? Actually, Hunter? We could do Hunter. If we do Hunter, we gotta play Survival, though. Have to play Survival, dude. Have to play Survival. Just because this thing is on the rise, this thing is starting doing better and better. I don't have the tier set, but I think I'll be... Why am I getting a quest to go into the Dragon Isles? Abyssian! What do you think I am? Okay, hold on. Let me just go do this dumb quest just so it doesn't pop up anymore. A lot of my alts skip the intro for Dragonflight, so a lot of them are getting the Heroes of the Horde. We were summoned into the Dragon House. Like, dude, have you seen where I'm at? I ventured into the Vault of the Incarnates. I'm wearing literally the skin of Razagath as my helm. And the guy's like, you need to, hey, I want to invite you to the Dragon House. I'm like, what do you think I've been? What are you talking about? I went Shadow Priest. Shadow's really good right now, though. It's a good spec. It is insanely good. Maybe not the strongest single target for raids, but like PI is still good and everything. It's just really good. Yeah, do not believe in the CD build. I believe in the CD build. Wait. Do not believe the bait of no CD build. Is the no CD build not the play? Because it was really fun to play last time I played it. It was so fun last time I played. Hey, don't you even need these quests? I probably don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of them. I did the Abyssian intro. I'm out, scheme. Wait, so do I don't have the tier yet. So that's the thing. I don't have the tier. I have the old tier. Current Soul is just 1,000 times better. But this thing has no CTs. Okay. Let me look up. I had high hopes for no CD build just because it's so wacky and weird. No, I think you're right. I think, yeah, they're not playing the... Well, no, some are playing the no CD build, but I think of the higher end keys. Okay, so no CD build did a 22. Coordinated Assault did a 23. Like, I could play no CD build. Why is Survival so good? It does a lot of AoE damage right now, and the tier set is fantastic. And the grenade playstyle, as well as the grenade cooldown reduction build you got with Lunge right now, and with Coordinated Assault and how it buffs the damage of your grenades. Like, right now, it's just really solid. It's really strong, it does a lot of damage, and actually, Survival Hunter does quite a lot of single target. Just as long as you're pressing Mungus Bite, like, for the most part, you're good. I just had to keep my lock rating and win Shadowfront Plus. That's a good choice. Warlocks are doing really well for raids right now. All three specs, I think, in fact. Of course, I think like Demo has the most single target, while Destro for some of the Cleave fights is a lot better. And then Affliction for like Rashok specifically, just because there's a ton of movement for that fight. But as long as you can get all your dots and maintain them, moving and refreshing dots is not that terrifying. I don't know if Sarkarat, like I think it's all Demo, isn't it? But yeah, hitting 5 targets with 180k kill shots at once. Wait, is it actually 5 targets though? Up to 3 additional targets. Do you hit 2 targets? Hold on, so kill shot hits 1 target. Does a busted damage a kill shot? This makes it so kill shot can be used against any target, and the cooldown is reduced by 25%. And this adds 3 additional targets. Isn't it 4 then? 5 or 4, 2 of the numbers. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. I want to try this no CD one. I think it's going to be fun. But the question is, I guess, is am I going to be able to get in the key? Is my chicks around? I have no Tharis. What am I doing? Want to do my I'll see if my chicks wants to do mine 11 Atharis. Because we got a key, boys. We're good. As long as I can keep this at 11 and time it at 11. And I can always just keep it as like a heroic crest farm key level. We're in a good spot. Loot BM spec for Atharis. BM trinket is Biss. Okay. Is there spear in Atharis? I'll set it to BM. So chat, what do you guys think? Chat, no CD build or coordinated assault build? What do you guys want to see? Because there's 2 builds. I really want to do the no CD build. I want to try, see how it goes. Last time I played it a little bit. Oh, it was so fun. Do I even have the numbers maybe from that last time I played it? There's a freehold, but I don't really know if that works. Oh. Okay. There's that. We got a tank and a DPS with decent-ish score. I see orange. I click accept. Unless I don't want to do it. And then we can get the Minotaurus. It's Nels 11. Like, how bad could it be, right? Famous last words. We do need a, what, B-res? We do need like a B-res and stuff. I got me as Luster, Buster. Oh my. Oh my. I don't think there's a weapon, but yeah, the trinket is so good. Okay, we'll just go BM then. You guys want to join, by the way, Natharis? If you guys want to join in, man, just let me know who you are. I can get you in. Because it's 11, I doubt it's going to be that bad. I just need like gear on this thing. That's all I need. It's just a lot of gear. Gear, upgrades, crests. As much of it as possible. Wait, did that get joined and then leave? What the? I wish I was unable to join yet. I'll get. I wish I could join. Yeah. I asked Mantix to see if he wants to join in. And I think he's maybe just chilling. Like, if he has an ult that he wants to crest farm with. A pretty good dungeon for that. Normally, don't they usually have like a bunch of like super gear people trying to get the crests out of the way? Or am I wrong? So I want to just try to make sure that this key, I mean, I just would like to keep it like not at a 10. I feel like it would be much harder making the group if it was like 10. There's a possibility of getting NA accounts and anyone might be moving across the pond sometime in the near future. Really? Well, if you did that, just know that when you do that, you basically have to start from scratch. But yeah. Which was an 8, yeah. Dude, maybe one day they'll do, you know how they did cross faction? Maybe one day they'll do cross regional and stuff. Maybe one day they'll do it. Look at this DH. You got at least KSM. Should I grab this guy? We do need a B-res. But like a warrior could be good. We don't really need a lust. I mean, we could grab this guy, I guess, as a B-res. Oh, wait, if I just wait a little longer. I think we grab a priest, man. So then we still do need a luster. Maybe I'll go back to that mage. Frosty Glaze? Grab him, maybe? We do need a B-res, though, right? Yeah, we do. So ideally... Stabby. So, wait, no, we don't need a lust class. Never mind. We just need a B-res class. I keep forgetting I'm Lust. Diablo 4 is going to be global service. Yeah, it's going to... You know what? They're probably not going to have the global progression. You can't just like transfer characters from one region to another. That's probably going to be the limitation. I'm expecting it. I'm already expecting it. Did we grab a rogue, dude? Because property tax will probably want to do it just for the sake of the weapon. It's probably going to want to put in even more effort into it. I'm thinking we grab the warlock though. So that's a B-res. And then we need a tank. A decent-ish tank. Honestly, I feel like I'm falling into that trend of like everybody's like, you know what, I just gotta have a 25 PhD just to join my dungeon or whatever. I'm falling into the same trend, dude. I'm picking all the purple score dudes. Everybody out here gearing, and I'm like, oh, prop paladin, give me. Oh, prop paladin, get in here. Literally got biz comp here, more or less. Warlocks are good. Demon hunters are not bad. Prop paladin, like those are verticals I can find bear. It's probably good too. Oh man, I'm falling into it, dude. But I kind of understand it from that angle of like, man, I just want to make sure my key doesn't go bad. I just spent like an extra minute looking for biz comp that I feel like confidently is going to be able to not just randomly scuff my key just so it stays at 11, 12, 13, 14 range where it's really favorable with dudes that do their weekly Mythic Plus crest farms or whatever, right? Trying to get whatever gear they can out of it. So I can totally kind of understand that. I have freezing traps, so it should be okay. We got fear, banish. We have priest can go shackle. Like we actually should have a lot of ways to deal with the ad. Gonna gank Warthras. Just sell that. Okay, sounds good. Scary Beast. Does Scary Beast actually work? I don't think it's worth a talent point though, is it? It probably is no shot worth talent points, man. We got evil here, maybe? Oh, okay. I guess I'll wait. Anybody else flying here? The Warlock, okay. I guess technically a Hunter could be like a one-man army. Scare Beast one, Freezing Trap the other. Yeah, because this thing does not have like any... It has a 25 focus cost though, which is weird. I almost feel like it shouldn't. But like, what do I give up for this? I guess like a point into Rejuvenated Wind, maybe? I guess. It's just not ideal, you know? Like every other talent is actually kind of useful. Even a Rejuvenated Wind gives you more stamina, which is the only thing you really need. Okay, we should be good though. Take MD off tank as a dirty item level? I guess, yeah, that's a good point actually. You don't need MD really. Yeah, that actually would work. That would be able to switch it out. Huh. I'll keep MD just because it's usually just commonly good to have that. But, you know, ready, check. Ascension Priest is good. Okay. I was thinking to myself, watch me walk up and be like, oh, wrong key, Natharin's lair. That would have been the worst. That would have been embarrassing. But honestly, it wouldn't be the first time that has happened, right? Wouldn't be the first time whatsoever. Alright, where's my pet at? Also, what are we lusting? What do you normally lust in this place? Honestly, don't even know. Do we lust this? Probably not, right? Yeah, we lost this. But maybe. Or do we? Oh yeah, I forgot this guy got to interrupt the Molten Core thing. Stun? Huge. Reset that guy up immediately. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see if I can just leap over. That leaping over part is very, very difficult as a hunter though. At least I find some difficulty with it. Without being positioned for it. Oh, kill shots do hurt though. Maybe I should have went triple kill shot then. Maybe that could have been good. Tank? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man's lagging a little bit. I also gotta spear a lot more often. I gotta keep that on cooldown whenever possible. That's so good. That is actually so good. Oh my god. Oh my god, that feels so great. Oh, this is fun. See, it is really, really good though. I can't deny. I cannot deny. Oh man. Yeah, maybe next time. Yeah, next time. Next dungeon for sure. Oh my god, the fact that they're not stacked up is kind of a bit annoying for me. Oh, it's at 11, so I guess like everything is dying here really, really quickly. Let's be fair. But damn, that damage for my item level. Yeah, it's doing work. Also, I do wonder how this trinket is gonna go, because I did pick up a Drogbar Rocks, and apparently it's simming really, really good. Also, what was the bug with this boss, by the way? Because apparently, like, people found a way so he didn't have to get to the stacks of Magma Tentacle. How does that work? Oh, Demon Hunter, please, you're gonna get me fired. Literally gonna get me fired. Out of a cannon. Oh man, I just want to get back over there. The Momongus Bites in. Momongus Bites all scuffed. 100% scuffed. Drop head over there. Oh, please don't keep him on fire. Please. I know it's only 11, but like, it's still gonna hurt. Please. I'm gonna pop a defensive here, dude. Maybe I should have saved it for later. I probably should have saved it for later. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Or not? It is tyrannical.
Charging.
Good kill shot. Okay. Dude, why was this guy so tough even like on lower keys? Like on 16, he was so difficult like the first week. Like tanks just did not keep him out of the lava ever. And the guy just did like 25% more damage. Just enough to kill people. It was super like tilting, honestly. But to drop my 11th time walking cast. Hopefully I get a trinket. Hopefully. Oh, which one are you going? You're going for the beacon. I shouldn't even ask. You're going for the new, what's it called? The new Greek torch. Why did I even forget? Searching the back of my mind like relentlessly just now. Actually struggling to find it in the back of my mind. Okay, I really need more mobs than that.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
What's up, input? Is aggro? Reason? Stun? Okay. I don't have an answer for that other one. Fear. Nice. That works. I think I had something for that one. Oh god. I didn't know if there's anybody behind me though or not. Got a little scared for a second. I really need my tier set, man. Once I can buff the damage of grenades, oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, it's gonna be great. What is the best side for survival? Right now it's haste. Haste and critical strike, it seems. So if you want to... I think... Jake, wasn't it you that told me like haste crit is what all hunters use, no matter the spec right now? All of them are haste crit. So I guess like gearing for it shouldn't be all that difficult, right? Ideally. There's a lot of fire effects here. A lot of lava abilities getting used. Kind of figure out which target I want to even focus on. So difficult. I guess I also should grab one of these, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can. Turtle. Yeah, I guess that does it too. I can just explode them. Did they change the damage of that chain? Because that dotted everybody but didn't kill anybody this time around. So I would drop some crit haste gear for haste versus them. You mean on plus? Yeah, all specs use crit haste, BM use some of mastery. Okay. Yeah, so I guess gearing for any of the specs right now is like, it's all fairly close to one another.
Watch where.
It's all fairly even at the moment. I gotta do better at that, because if I can time that properly, I can just kind of zoom out, zoom in very, very quickly with very little downtime.
Target you.
I guess I don't need to really go that far. Pop a heal. Oh god. I need to be better at that, like looking for those guys. Yeah, my single target damage is kind of low. Kind of low haste too. Once I get a little more haste value, I think it's going to feel a lot better. But it's a coordinate I sold on single target boss probably would have been a little bit better. Especially on Tyrannical week. Oh. Yeah, with my gear, I can do MM and burst 200k as I'm on Borneo though. I don't know, I kind of like MM. This wasn't bad of a spec. Or it wasn't that bad. Like, initially I wasn't like a big fan of MM, but then I got to play the newer version of MM and I was like, you know what, that's not terrible. Although I did hear that apparently Legion MM with vulnerability debuffs was like the best version of MM. in like a long while. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did have a lot of friends that enjoyed it. Like they really like doing the whole, what is a mark shot ability that you had back then? You would mark enemies with a vulnerability, but they take more damage and you mark shot them afterwards instead of rapid fire. It was interesting, but also it was different. Very different for like the spec. I definitely need to get the cooldown of Spear off as soon as possible because that thing pipes in AoE. I was trying to see if I could back up and maybe harpoon him real quickly at the end. Legion Hunter General was so good. Give a Legion Classic for level. Dude, there's a private server for Legion right now. Apparently it's, I'm just not gonna lie, a couple of my friends are playing it. And I don't know if they're enjoying it. I imagine they're having fun with it if they're still playing it. But yeah, apparently there's a private server for Legion. I wouldn't know where, I wouldn't know where to get it. You probably shouldn't play private servers because I'm pretty sure it's still against Blizzard TOS. That's about all I could say about it. I love MMM, but the 3 expansions of maining that and survival get boring. Kind of same play style. I mean, to some degree I agree. Like especially like, well, survival I think changed quite a bit. But yeah, I mean I think the core of it doesn't really change too much, right? You haven't had anything fundamental like subtle, like all rogue specs getting access to what's it called? All rogue specs getting Shadow Dance. Like that's insane, right? That's pretty nutty. The implications to that are pretty awesome. Gotta do that so much better. Just back up and get back in there immediately. I gotta get, if I can get better at that, the whole like being able to like back out while I'm using another ability and having very little downtime on my autos, that apparently does a lot of damage and lots of resource generation. Like it's really worth right now. Give me a big pole. I got a harpoon and everything for it. Please, let me get over there. Oh, please. Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that spear go. Look at that spear go. Well I can, but I'm not risking my wildcat. Exactly. Just don't. Just don't. If you don't have that much experience with stuff like that, I think at this point just be patient and wait until Legion Classic comes out, because I'm sure they will probably do it. Huh? What was that? I dropped down freezing trap and then the tank kind of walked the ad nearby. I don't think he meant to do it on purpose, but man, talk about the timing. I was skipping? Apparently not. This guy's not really worth skipping, honestly. Maybe like in 45, but like, frankly, he doesn't really do anything. Especially in this dungeon in particular. None of these mobs are really all that terrifying. Not really. If it is the server, how about Fortnite? I don't know if it's like, that's a new one apparently. Like it's a new one and they're just starting the progression. So it wouldn't be, yeah, they're just starting like Emerald Nightmare. So I don't think so. At least I'm gonna guess is I don't think so. Let's take a look at. Go for it. Hey, Dow, what's up? Justice, how you doing, my guy? Haven't come into it for a long time. My man, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing A-okay, my guy. Welcome, welcome. What you been up to, fam? I'm just on right now, checking out some alts, checking out some of the different builds. Trying to get a little bit of gear here and there. Also, PTR stuff got all the new stuff coming out. Did I just natty dodge that axe, by the way? Because at last second I looked at the guy who was throwing the axe and throwing my direction and then targeted me. I think I just straight up natty dodged that. That's nuts. It's actually so good. I'm good, finishing work, so no people messages. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's awesome. We're talking in the chat earlier about like fire mages and how they're getting through some changes. Of course, Evoker augmentation, that's going to be pretty big. That's a pretty big change for the entire class overall. That looks pretty exciting. Like some of the other class changes they're going for are also pretty awesome looking. I didn't mean to freeze that. I didn't even mean to freeze that. Are we just doing one side? Is it worth lusting this guy, I think, at this point? I think, honestly, yeah, this guy's probably worth lusting. At least I would say he's probably worth lusting. Just to put it on cooldown. Are we doing the other side too? Yeah, some tanks are like very, very like, oh, let's just do one side or the other, or both sides, just to make sure we don't scuff it. But it's your messages, Mill. What do you recommend for a new player? Hello there. Hey, what do you recommend for a new player to try? To try Lock and Hunter, but doesn't play super well. Keep going to try Elemental, for example. Maybe you want to be some plus Blood DK, Demon Warlock, Shadow Priest guy. Want to play? Well, do you want to play a ranged or a melee? If you so far you've tried a Warlock and a Hunter, but you didn't really like the gameplay, I think it might be a good idea to try a melee. Maybe a Demon Hunter as a melee, or a Rogue potentially, or even a Fury Warrior. I would try at least one of those three. I think you would enjoy maybe at least one of those playstyles. There's a good likelihood that you'll enjoy at least one of those playstyles. That's what I would do. Can I fade this last second, maybe? No. I think maybe it's gonna be like a Cujo moment. Or Fenrir. From last season. God, my single target damage is cheeks. Absolute cheeks. Not even the good kind. Also, they didn't make this a whole mechanic. It's about the same. I thought they shortened it or something. Yeah, I thought they shortened it. But I guess maybe we're wrong on that. Ready for raiding. Wow. Well, good thing I'm gonna be raiding later, so. Oh no, I should have taken the gate. You know what? Principle. I'm just gonna do it. Just to get myself familiarized. We suck, dude, honestly. Imagine if I fell in love with just now. That would have been embarrassing. Place your rifle and mix of both melee and range. I don't know, man. If you want to play like a mix of melee and range, I actually suggest Enhancement Shaman better. I tried them with the boring DK have potential. I would try Enhancement Shaman. We need a Bloodlust. Enhancement Shaman got a Bloodlust. You play a little bit of range, a little bit of melee, you have a bit of both. Elemental's also really good if you just don't like Enhancement that much. Like if you end up trying out Enhancement, you're like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it. Elemental is good right now. That's a pretty fun caster. I enjoyed it a lot. Kind of gear dependent, but also so fun. Definitely one of the more fun range in the game, in my opinion. And they're pretty good right now. It doesn't really bring much to the table in terms of like raid buffs besides Bloodlust, but like lots of classes bring a Bloodlust or a Heroism or a Time Warp, which is what mages call their Bloodlust. Muppet? Follow me? Yeah, he does. Okay, I never realized what Muppets do. Imagine if they get trapped up there. That would be the worst. They're just spear on cooldown, by the way. Jake, they're just spear on cooldown whenever it's up, like an AoE. Just because of its short cooldown reduction mechanic. Or just because of its cooldown reduction, like playstyle. Pretty sure, right? Who is harder, Dust or Elemental? I'd say Elemental. I'd say Shaman. I'm sure Destro has like a really like specific opener you want to do just to make sure you're maximizing the value of the class, right? Make sure you don't fall behind. And like I'm sure like you could scuff up your opener and do like very, very little damage. But I'd say Elemental for the most part. But that's just my opinion though. So I would take it definitely with a little grain of salt. Grainiest of salts. The grainiest of salts. Okay, we also got way too much percent. What do we pull? Oh, is Skippy? Technically, we could... What a skip. I'll do this. Oh, they can't be CC'd. I thought I could freeze and trap them. What? They pulled second? Oh my god, I'm so bad, dude. I should... Pulls 3! Okay, well, I definitely don't think I pulled those guys, but I guess I did. Yeah, sorry. I was just like, I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm just gonna freeze and trap one and walk by it. He's gonna aggro and I'm gonna feint it. Just to make it safer. Because I didn't want to pull those guys with the bird at all. Does not work like that. They cannot be freeze and trapped at all. Actually immune. These guys at least are. The warriors. That was so bad. That was so bad, dude. Okay, well, at least we don't scuff this, yeah? Let's hope we get whatever you guys said you need from here, like a weapon or a trinket or something, yeah? I think I need to read more about survival because it was really something wrong. Because I really do something wrong, but I jump back and use grappling's buff. It's an interesting playstyle for sure. Can I feint it? I can't. But survival is definitely not like a meta spec or anything, so if you're like, if you were told maybe like, survival, I feel like it's a difficult spec to play. One of the more challenging ones, let's say. Just because of its like how it plays, and it's just not super ideal meta spec. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Yeah. Oh my god, as soon as you break it, no more fires. Oh, this is the best. Oh, this is the best. Oh my god, this is so good. It just, the harpoon gives you a little bit of energy or focus whenever you use it.
Watch your step.
We just cleave that thing. Might as well. Oh, backing up. Beautiful. Oh, it's so good. No more fire. You can actually get some boss damage in. We can kick that guy real quickly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh! I mean, that's gotta be a good catalyst item eventually. Yeah? Or if I have like Greaves maybe that I could swap into a tier. I could also run those. Yeah, it's pretty good for 18 item level. Nice. 2i. Anybody get anything good? Anything you guys don't need? Cloth thing? Okay, never mind. Alright, that's pretty good. Also, damage, definitely not the highest, but I do want to do better. I gotta combine the grenades, by the way. Yeah, I don't like my dots. Grenades being like separated from each other or whatever. Yeah, season 1 was just my main, and everything and everyone was laughing when they saw me in a party. But in Razagath, I was the first DPS, 600s from the guild. Like yes. The raid leader told me BM, maybe BM. Dude, survival is not that bad of a spec, honestly. It really is not. And I feel like, I do hope that, I was hoping that maybe after Shadowlands, like that perception of Survival Hunter just a bad spec for anything would fall apart. But it was the tier set that really made him good. So I guess it was like, okay, it's just going to be Hero of the Spear for like a season, and then it's going to go back to being a meme. But it's really fun. I just think that maybe their talent tree needs to be, maybe get a Paladin facelift, right? Because Paladin got a really good rework of the talent tree. It is fantastic. There's a couple different builds, but all the talents and like why you build and how you build your character all make sense, right? It's a lot better. It's a lot more robust, and it's set up so no matter the content they push out after that expansion or after that patch 707 from future raids and dungeons, like Paladins can build themselves through a variety of different ways. For Hunter, I feel like you have that, but you also have some pain points, like where you capstone like Coordinate Assault and Spearhead. They're so antithetical to each other. You really will just go one playstyle or the other. Technically, you grab both, but like, you know, like your capstones at the very, very end just don't feel super satisfactory. Like a lot of the times, people will pick up Fear of the Eagle for M+, but like not even invest into Ruthless. Just because the capstone didn't really feel like it was worth the capitalizing on. I mean, this would make sense. This would make sense for single target, but it's just like, it's all very, 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 very specific and narrow, right? The scope of it. So I think there's definitely improvements to do there. Do you use the Onyx ring, by the way? On my hunter right now, I don't know. But do hunters normally use it? I can check for you. Because I know rogues do. Actually, Jake, do you guys use it? You'd probably know off the top of your head. It looks like they don't. Well, they do. But also like the high-end hunters that are pushing 24s, I think switched out of it. Like, here's a sim of a hunter that did a lot of damage. And they're using a Seal of Diurna Chosen and Sky Shard ring from, I guess the, it's a haste crit ring from Altarius, which is Vortex Pinnacle. I guess those stats are a little bit better. And he has a Seal of Diurna. Like, he'd rather run a Seal of Diurna for the stats, I guess the crit for it. And the gem. And the fire damage. But maybe it's also because you got the Jarden Pillar. So maybe you just got freebie fire damage. I guess like you also have grenades that are fire damage, aren't they? Yeah. And running the acidic Halistone Treads that do frost damage. And I guess he's running a item with a Toxified Patch somewhere. Pocket Anvil. I guess it makes sense because you use Mungus Bite a lot, so that will probably pop off a lot more often. Yeah, so yes and no. Like, it's not a bad item, but I would sim your character. Wonder what's going when he's gonna read me. Hold on. Now please read my last message, please, please, please. And you're still the same as before. I can't read everything, dude. I'm so bad at it, man. Started playing the game yesterday and super confused on how the these ads that spawn for debuffing and how we are one-shotting it sometimes, or turn them to our side. Oh, the new ads for the affix. Okay, so the way they work is they don't take any damage, right? Those ads, they cannot be damaged. You can interrupt them, but they'll just recast all over and over. It's an ad that you gotta crowd control, like the incorporeal ads, right? The purple one, genie-looking dudes. So when those appear, you want to hit them with a hard CC. So like a polymorph is a long CC, fear is a long CC, freeze and trap. But also other CC work like Scare Beast works, Shackle Undead works. For a little bit, Death Knights could mind control them. I think they changed it so you can't. Or maybe they re-enabled it, but Death Knights could mind control them. And then would cast those spells against like the ads that you're fighting instead of you. It's pretty cool. But it was bugged. It was doing way too much damage, or way too much damage reduction for it. Like debuffing the ads the way they did 0 damage. It was insane. So I think they disabled it. I don't know if they re-enabled it back, but like a Rogue Blind works. Warriors were able to shattering throw them. But like any kind of long-term CC like Imprison, Paralysis, anything like that will just CC them and that's it. They're just not, that's it. They're just CC'd. And you can't break the CC. So you like, once you CC them, you're good. As long as you have a couple of classes that can like hex them or use Repent, Turn Evil, literally any CC that's a long-term, they're basically an all type of mob. They're every type, so any CC works on them. Yeah, so that's how you deal with that. I found the new secret to live breakfast at 11:40 at night. Yo, actually sounds kind of good. How do we turn them to our side? So priests were able to mind control them, or use dominate mind, where like you can have a mob like follow you every 2 minutes or something. So priests were able to use MC for a short time, but then they reverted it. And then Death Knights were also for a short time. I don't know if they re-enabled it. I'm trying to see if I can find a Death Knight here. They would use an abilities. Oh my god, there's gotta be a Death Knight, right, please? Random DK? Maybe? No Death Knights? Is that just like the least played class now or something? What's happening? I just want to show the town specific. Hold on, let me go to train dummies. Let me go to train dummies at this point. My goodness. What is even going on? Please. Death Knight? Death Knight, beautiful. So they would be able to use Control Undead to control them. I don't know if they re-enabled it or disabled it or whatnot. It was enabled the other day for a short amount of time, but then they turned it off because it was doing like, basically when you mind control them, the mob starts being helpful and starts helping you debuffing enemies. It is supposed to debuff them by 5% per stack, but instead it was doing 50. So at 2 stacks, 2 casts, bosses and ads just stopped doing damage. You can literally stand on all the mechanics. It was a one-shot mechanic and it just was 100% less effective. So I think they disabled it for that. Maybe they've re-enabled it already after they fixed it. But yeah, so if they see him like become like friendly, that's usually a Death Knight hitting him with a Control Undead. And I guess like Blood DKs would use it, and Frost Death Knights probably wouldn't have Unholy do it because you lose access to your pet. understand that yesterday it was at DK and somehow it got, yeah, they got one shutter, it just turned into our side. Yeah. Death Knights would just go mind control them. I guess they re-enabled it if the Death Knight was doing it the other day for you. Unless you mean like 2 days ago, which is kind of like when they had it enabled and then disabled it immediately, like a couple hours after. So I don't know if they turned it back on or not, off or whatnot. I have no idea, honestly. I actually have no clue. But yeah, they were like, oh, it's a little strong. We don't want you guys to be using it like that. It's a little much. Ugh, man. All right, maybe one more character? Because I do have a raid later tonight. What else do we do, boys? We can do Shammy. I'm saving my priest for later. I did need a weekly on that thing. What else is good? Brewmaster's kind of fun, apparently. Could do Brew. Could do Monk. I still gotta swap this thing over to like a Night Elf or something. Sin. We could do Assassination and see how that goes in M+. I mean, we could find us an 18 or something to do. I don't know if I'd be able to jump on a 20 as and imagine I do a 20 and I do like 0 damage. Everybody in that group is gonna be mad at me. But like 18 to do kind of rough damage as Assassin, they'll be like, okay. I can kind of expect it, but we still time it. So Chummy, first time came to the stream. Thank you for positive vibes. Yo, Miller, anytime, man. You're more than welcome to hang out here anytime you wanna. Yeah, sorry I miss the chat sometimes. I'm not great at reading the chat at all. Never have been. I'll never read you good player. Oh my god, dude. Honestly, actually. But yeah, so that's how the ads work. You just see them. They're weird the first time you do it, but once you do them a couple of times, that's why I love you. Oh my god. Yeah, I do try to be better with it though. I try to be better with it, but like it gets really bad like when I'm playing the spec like survival and I'm like trying to focus like on how to do better, trying to watch my rotation. It's just not natural for me. So I don't think okay, Bill. Sounds good, fam. Sounds good. Yeah, my B. You know, focus in chat, focus in gameplay. It's the wrong way of going about it, man. It's the wrong way of going about it. You want to be, I like hanging out with the chat and watching the chat, but it's just so difficult when I'm not on a rogue. I gotta get more play on my shaman. I gotta get more play on my hunter. I gotta get more play on the death knight just so I can like run it without, I can like have it run on the automatic, right? Brain doesn't have to process the rotation, don't have to be thinking about what my next ability should be. Kind of like once I know it, I can interact with the chat so much easier when that happens. But yeah, speaking about a class that I don't normally play, let's dive into Assassination. Now, Assass does not have a lot of builds. There's really like one. I was doing 21s and 22s. Flying Daggers. Don't want to do Flying Daggers? There's just not a lot of builds. Oh, that's gonna be really bad. I guess you don't really need Flying Daggers unless you constantly AoE pulling, but it's a Tyrannical week. Exsanguinate? Ugh, that's fun. Alright, we'll try this build. Oh no, dude. Oh no, now I'm regretting it. No. Okay, we'll do it. I'll stop being this way. Feel like Dal, I got home, started grinding. Sadly, I can't play with it because I'm on EU and it sounds good, my man. Thanks for popping in, my guy. Appreciate you. So I guess we just get rid of the Carnage build, right? Because this is going to be my new M+ build. What do you run? I didn't even look. Oh, it's still Carnage. I don't think it changed, actually. We are Xang. Now, when do I use Xang, though? That's the question. Oh, no. When do I use Exsanguinate? I'm guessing my weapons are about the same as sub. Yeah, I hopefully that's a fine. Oh. Isn't there a different color of this? I thought there was. Let's see, I just need to swap a couple of pieces so I can go all purple. And cloak? Don't really need one. Do you have any good weapons? I mean, I guess I got this. That's all purple. That'll work. Okay, so how do you play this thing? I gotta remember what my bars are, what my abilities are. Oh no, Dragon Firebomb. I gotta make a macro for that too now. Oh no, dude. Okay, so the Dragonfire grenade, you have to make a macro where you're using an ability. Like every time you press an ability, it also throws in a grenade. What song is playing right now? I can link you the mix we'll listen to. And it should pull up the song that we have running in the background right now. I don't need this, do I? No, that can go. Yeah, so I basically will take this, stick it in here, but instead of between the eyes, I should add, I don't know, Garrote? Is it a road that I want to add? It gotta be an ability I use kind of sort of often just to make sure that the trinket goes off. I don't think I want to use Mutilate. Rupture? Maybe I do Rupture. Or Envenom? But also, like, I don't Envenom in AoE also all the time. Shiv? It's gotta be an ability I use all the time. His Shark's Love, thank you, no problem. It's just an AoE, like, if I do Giga AoE pulls, I'm just gonna be pressing Crimson the entire time. I guess Envenom. Alright, and I'll try to make sure it's in my stealth and non-stealth bar. I just could track it like this. Okay, so how do I play this thing then? Because I have no idea. How do you properly AoE's Assassination anymore? It's been a good bit, man. It just has not been a spec that's performed well in AoE, so I usually don't even learn the AoE playstyle that much. So, Indiscriminate Carnage in the opener, Garrote, get Slice if not already applied, Crimson Tempest otherwise. Then Echo and Ripperman get a big Rupture to spread, Exang, Deathmark, Shiv, and just start Fan, and then Crimson, and then Fang and Venom. Does it matter? I guess I gotta have both of them rolling, but that's for Deathmark, isn't it? Okay. I mean, I guess that would do it. So, Crimson Tempest against 6 targets, and Venom against under 6. Okay. So 5 or less. Okay. I could probably do that. What dungeon do we want to do, actually? They just do Freehold, maybe? Plus 18. I think like an 18 that I could scuff up is fine. Because even if I'm scuffing up, I think in 18, if everybody else is putting in the weight, it'll be fine. This is a 19, maybe? Because I just don't know how this is gonna go. This may just be like no damage build. Like, I'm just that scuffed with it, man. It's that bad. Have you seen the new Spider-Man gameplay trailer? I have, yes, I have. Yeah, it was like a part of the PlayStation presentation thing. It looks pretty good, but I never played the original one. But like, I know a lot of people liked it back in the day. But I never played it. It doesn't look bad. I don't want to do Underrot. Don't make me do Underrot on Natharas, dude. I spend way too much time in Underrot and Natharas farming for what is this thing right here and this thing right here, the Forge Storm and the Bilestein Krog Tusk. I hate them both. I mean, they're good weapons, but like, I spend way too much time in the dungeon. I don't want to do it for a good while. Let's try this actually freehold, dude. Just try to see if I can do an easy one. I only done a freehold today, but or should I push myself? Because like Brackenhide would definitely cause me to push myself. But if I do no damage on a Brack, I mean, everybody's gonna get mad at me though. I just don't want to be getting mad at, dude. I just don't want anybody to get mad at me. Let me see if I can also upgrade my dagger as well. Oh, it's already upgraded. Never mind. Okay, that works out, I guess. I need a bit better item level. I need better rings, I think, too. It's only got Diurna and Onyx, which isn't ideal. I get mad goosebumps in the opening to it. Gonna avoid talking about the specifics in case people watch it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it was already aired, right? They had a stream for it and everything. So, is that spoiler? I mean, it's a public trailer, you know? It's not like spoiling the end of a game. It's a public trailer that everybody, like, for everybody to see. I think it's fine if you want to talk about it, honestly. If you had to gear fresh alt, what would you be the fastest route to take? So I've been kind of trying to figure out that too as well, Sergio, in terms of how to gear my alt. I think first you need item level, and of course you try and take advantage of like anything that's open world that tries to give you maybe a leg up. I learned that doing the quest for the 5 heroic dungeons, what is it for? I think it's 5 heroic dungeons with the what's it called? It's a quest in Valdraken called. Dragon. Fighting is its own reward. That gives you a 415 item level item, which could be a weapon. It could be like anything that's a decent stats that isn't like a tier item. And it can be upgraded to a heroic quality item. That could be a nice starter. Then, doing the sufficient camps can also give you a 415, 408, 411, which also can be upgraded for a decent item level as well. So doing those things helps a ton. Killing world boss, but the world boss also has a thing where sometimes you kill the world boss and he drops nothing for you. Just at all, just doesn't drop anything to begin with. Even if you kill him like once, twice, 3 times. So it's a bit of an issue with that one. You could try it, see if you get something out of it. Niffin quest to like dig, right? The dig sniff seeking can be decent. Doing the weekly Niffin rep thing, if you can do it quickly, that can also reward decent items. But like for the most part, you're gonna want items for like endgame content and stuff. So like raids, dungeons, PvP. If you're doing PvP, just do PvP stuff. If you're doing dungeons and raids, I'd say gearing through dungeons is pretty good, but you need score in order to get a key. To get a key, you need score. It's a little bit of like a back and forth. But if you're just looking for that raw item level, yeah, I would do the quest. I would do the time walking if that's available. That could be pretty nice, little leg up, and that could also be upgraded further. And then start doing like the 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s to get the heroic crest and upgrading that gear. And once you get a decent enough score, if you can get into 16s, farm those as well. Once you can get to the point where you're farming heroic crests and the mythic crests, for the most part, you'll be in a good spot. Farming mythic crests, you'll be able to eventually make crafted items, which is the first thing you should focus on. Make crafted items as soon as possible. Whatever is best to craft it for PvE, whether it's a weapon, whether it's like an embellishment, whatever you need. Even if it's just a solid weapon. Get a guy to make it a rank 5 for you, and you'll be golden. That'll be a good start. But it takes definitely like a little bit of time to really get it going. But it's really easier once you can do heroic dungeons on a regular and spam them out. Or if you can get yourself a heroic run or a normal one and get a lot of loot from there. That's like the only other way to really kickstart a character. But you just got to do something so you can start getting weekly rewards from your Great Vault as well. So then maybe over like, if you're putting time on that character like over 3 weeks, you'll be able to really get him to a decent stop. Because if you're putting time into a character, like time will reward you with gear. Spending time on the character will cause them to get more geared out. It's just you gotta spend the time to do it. But it's a lot more like analog. The time invested, really you do feel like you're making progression as you do it though. Like it's a lot more satisfying, I'd say, to a degree than in previous updates. Like in 10.1, gearing a alt to like BIS is a lot easier. You just gotta spend the time on them. Seen the Black Seed bursting out? Yeah, it was really good, dude. Exactly. Yeah, it made me think of like the original like Peter Parker from like the movies or whatever. Affliction and Shatterpriest is the same playstyle as somewhat high, or which one is harder? I'd say Affliction Warlock is a little bit more difficult because to some degree it's not that difficult because it's like maintenance of buffs, but like there's the nuances in terms of how you maximize the damage, and I think it's a little bit more challenging than a Shatterpriest. Shatterpriest is about dotting, but then it's about casting, and then you get cleave as every single enemy that you have infected with a dot gets like a ghosty cleave to them with psychic link or whatever. So playstyle is very different, I'd say. But they're both like dot classes and they both do dot maintenance. It's just for Affliction, that's majority of the gameplay is dot maintenance. Unless you're AoEing and then seed spam. For Affliction, dots enable you to do damage, enable you to get procs, enable you to cleave multiple other targets. So like the way you set up your goes are very different. But like in the overall, like you put one puts up dots, one puts up dots, might as well be the same spec, right? I don't think so though. I wouldn't call them too close. По-русски чуть-чуть. Я забываю уже. Да, по-русски могу. Thank you for the tips, no problem, Sergio. Sir, is it Sergio or Sergio? I almost want to go Sergio, because that's why you say it in like, oh man, is it? In one of the countries you would say it is Sergio. I forget which one. Argentina would do it. Argentina. Latin America. Oh, okay, the first way. Colombia. So the G or the H? Because I forgot which one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't mean disrespect. I'm just dumb. That's just my brain no work good. Affliction is as difficult as you make it compared to. Is it mechanically difficult? Yeah, it's just a lot of dot management, but it's like easier. G, okay, Sergio. I can do that. But like Argentina that would do Sergio. And откуда знаешь русский язык? Родился в России, Екатеринбург. Родился в Екатеринбурге, Урал. Ural mountains, Ural mountains. Okay, how do you do this thing? Oh god. Okay. Hold on. I should have done this a lot earlier. Yeah, okay. Exsanguinate is dead. Yeah, I can't use Exsanguinate at all. Oh my god. Is this more than 6 mobs? Yeah, this is more than 6 mobs. I mean, we're kind of doing damage. I definitely scuffed up my Exsanguinate really badly, though. And I would just invent him here. I also should have used my trinket here. Maybe next pull we can. That was actually better than I expected it. Honestly, a little better than expected. How big are we going here? Hold on, like, what is this pull? I guess we're going big.
Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step.
Okay, there's a lot of mobs. Let's have dots. Oh god, we pulled everything, huh? Snap? Oh no, dude. Oh no. What did we snap to us? Because we snapped something below. Yeah, these guys all these guys walked up. How? What did we... Because I don't think it was me, was it? Because I was just sending dudes over here, but not down there. I don't even know if we meant to pull the guys on the left either. Also, it's so weird that I forgot where my Phantom Dice is on my bars, by the way. Completely forgot, so I walked in, I was like, I am missing a button. Where did it go? I actually had to take a second to look for it. Где ты первый... Что это? Первый живешь сколько лет, если не секрет? В Америке, North Carolina, сколько лет? Много. I'm not fresh on the boat, as I guess if you're wondering. Like I've been living in the US for like more than half my life, I'd say at this point. Okay, so we could just maybe just focus this guy. I really want a death mark right now, so badly. I want a death mark really badly, but I know I shouldn't. Still don't love the fact that trying to make Demo crit haste. It's interesting. I wonder if that'll be good or bad in the long term. Probably not ideal, right? It just, the stats are going to be really weird, but I think they're just trying to give you... I think Master's still going to be good, right? It's not like they're making Mastery bad. But now you have like crit haste and Mastery that you can build for in terms of secondary stats. But yeah, going more crit heavy is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Uh-oh. I really would love a reset and re-stealth. Okay, we'll just go. No death mark. Okay, we'll just roll with it. Without it, I mean. Okay, I don't really remember how to play this properly, so we're just gonna give it the best shot we got. Oh no, I hit my bomb trinket. Okay, now I can do my thing. Apparently we're doing 120k DPS in the opener? Huh? Or is it just after the trinket? That might just be the trinket though. Trinket diff.
Watch your step.
The trinket diff. So we have a lot of melee in this group. Or do we? Is that a survival hunter? No, it's a marksman. Why are they melee? Wait, we have a paladin. Oh no. Probably the hunter doesn't want to have to bait the bird. Owie.
Watch your step.
A road. Okay, I do need to go sanguinate. I kind of want to get a fresh new set of dots if I do that though. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, sanguinate, and that should maybe do some damage.
Watch your step.
We're gonna get hit, by the way. This is not the place. Why is the hunter so close to us? Just stay out. Back up. Back up, friendo. Oh my god, I'm going over here. There's just a big old bonobo over here. He's not a player. My Garrote, I'm so bad at maintaining Garrote, by the way. I'm gonna get hit. God, I'm so bad at maintaining Garrote. It's a simple ability. Why am I struggling with this? Okay, that's not great either. To me, it looks like they went too hard with building Rainer and the hit. Oh shit, what the want to be crit? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think they're just trying to pull back a little bit. They're trying to diversify, make it all the demons a little better. I think it's just they're trying to give them something to do besides just being all demon doggo, and they're like, okay, quick, maybe that'll work.
Watch your step.
You know, I think that's what they're going for. Okay, I have at least some cooldowns ready. Yeah, that was really bad, man. Damage-wise, why is this hitting so hard? My ring? Okay, dude. Okay, man. Alrighty. Oh, man. Does the ring, like, interact with dots or something? It probably does, dude, for all I know. For all we know, yes, it does.
Shotgun.
I'm not used to refreshing Garrotes, by the way. So not used to this at all. Oh, man. Чтобы так быстро и круто говорить по-английски. Я жил в Америке с несколько лет сейчас. Много-много лет уже. Давным-давно приехали. Go for bigger road. Wanna go for big grenades. Wanna get myself the big AoE. The spam AoE. How many mobs? 2, 3? Okay, 3. I could just do this.
Charging. Move.
I guess it's not that bad, right? 180k? 180 is not that bad. It's just a big, seemed like a big pull. Probably should have been a little bit better. Get some of these things dotted.
Run. Target you.
I mean, this actually is doing kind of okay in damage, honestly.
Watch your step.
Just can't really reach anybody. This is doing better than I thought it was gonna do, honestly. Much better than I thought I was gonna do. I guess I didn't hit him. Did you start RP? What, the, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I can go start the RP. That seems like a... Do people really... Start RP that early? That early? Okay, that's weird. I never tried start RP this early. I remember you did start RP, I think, after you killed the first set of bosses. But I guess, like, while they're killing stuff, I could do that really quickly. See, yeah, I think I used to hit him with like, yeah, something like this. Just walk through. Man, did they change some rogue? Not really, no, Alf. Not really, no.
Run.
It's exactly the same as it was. It's not amazing. Not amazing, but it's kind of fun. Just like as a spec, it's kind of mildly fun. Let's stun that thing.
Target you.
Just because I'm a homie. Are we doing more? Oh, we'll love a reset, dude. Oh, this set of ads is super annoying to deal with. Oh, the worst type of ads ever. Literally the worst. Ah, I missed that. really badly. Ow.
Run.
Gotta get at least a couple of dots here and there. That was gonna hurt. Good evasion that. Yeah, the AoE damage is kind of still whatever. Although the burst is kind of nice. I do like that. I mean, that's actually surprisingly pleasant. Oh, we just have more? Okay. Can I catch a restyle, please? No. No. God, I really want to go, but I know we're going to be doing the boss after this. So I just don't want to go for big game yet. This is 5 or 6 mobs here. I think it's 6.
Watch your step.
Okay, boss time, yeah. Please let me catch a restyle so I can go for a proper opener. Okay, I think we're good. This is gonna be fun actually, because I can just Crimson Temple, or yeah, not Crimson Temples, but the hit him with the AoE or whatever.
Danger, danger.
Let's take a Bastiodora.
Change target.
What the? Did he die? Help him. Never mind.
Target you.
Owie.
Danger, danger.
Wish I had a little bit more of a AoE heal. Or
Target you.
AoE. I can get one, right? What am I talking about? AoE heal. I meant like energy. I don't know why we even said AoE heal. There's a mine over here. I guess I could grip some of the two of them, right?
Change
Is that worth?
target.
Might be worth. I really think you can evasion those barrels. I'm pretty sure you can. But I just pressed evasion there. Didn't do anything. Is a barrier tank good for beginner? You know what? It's actually not that difficult of a tank. I think as a beginner tank, it's not terrible, but it's not meta. Like, if you're starting with a bear, I don't think you're gonna have a hard time learning how to bear tank properly. Yes, but in terms of like being meta, it's definitely not like the most like popular bear tank spec right now. Warrior is another good one, I think. I think Warrior will teach you quite a bit in terms of how to tank properly, but it's also pretty strong too, like generally, like as a playstyle.
Change target.
But yeah, bear isn't bad.
Run.
Ow. Did I just... How deathmark him? I was gonna like... Do I deathmark him? Do I not deathmark him here? I feel like it's a waste, but I'm just gonna do it. Just because it's gonna be fighting him for a good bit. It's tyrannical.
Run.
I keep getting hit. I keep getting hit like a dummy. The healer's probably like, what's this guy doing? Why? Stop getting hit. What the hell? Just let me do damage. I'm surprised that the primordial stones do this much in the SAS, but maybe that's pretty normal. Are we doing big? Or is this about as big as we're gonna go? I think this is about as big as we're going.
In front.
Look at the big AoE. Big Trinky.
Target you.
I don't play as a tank, but Blood DK is my favorite. Blood DK is so good, man. It is so good. I love me some Blood DK. Blood DK is awesome. One of my favorite tanks, hands down. When I first started playing WoW, it was one of the first few tanks that I had like a much easier time picking up and like doing stuff with. It was awesome. Definitely one of my favorites, easily. Oh. Can I shiv? Okay. Wait, no, didn't get to do my thing. Hold on, big AoE. Big rupture maybe? Decent rupture, that'll work. Can't really shoot for this guy. Wait, I can shoot one. One guy died. I guess the hunter did. Can I just stun this thing? I really don't like having to use comp points on the stun as special assassination, just because your resource generation is so weird. It's a little slower, I'd say. Wedge Demon Hunter is the most fun, arguably broken. They're definitely very fun. Very fun. But Blood DK, man, I don't know. There's just something about like reliability to that spec that I just enjoy a lot. Just something about being able to like heal yourself and have yourself covered is super nice. Like it's definitely like you can't replace that. You cannot replace that feeling at all. Okay, well that primary target that I just deathmarked is just dumpstered. Absolutely melted. Or pull on to Ludwig maybe? Because that'd be a much better situation if I could hit Ludwig there. Or not? Or just take all these dots onto Ludwig? Maybe? Is he also running the ring? He may be also running the ring. I didn't look. I think I'm gonna save a lot of my cooldowns for the boss at this point, like the actual boss. Because I got about a minute on Xang minute anyway. Have Deathmark, Xang, all those things together with a big Trinky. Managed to get 120k DPS on StarCraft normal with this Weird and Power TDR build on my Warcraft 2 set. Nice! Yeah, once you get the 4 set too, it's gonna be even better. This is during Dragon Rage, those windows are even deadlier. I'm really bad at consuming my amplifying poison. Really bad at that. I'm trying to save like charges on my Thessaloniki for like the boss. The real boss. The spec definitely, I would have loved if this spec could just maybe like not have to pick up Deathmark, but rather just do like constant sustained damage. I would have loved that for Assassin. I know the spec hasn't always been like that ever, but it would be nice though. I would have loved it. Alright, so I think in the opener, I want to try doing this. I want to open up with a double Garrote into the new Trinky, and then Rupture, Deathmark, and everything. And see how that goes. Does this been play no, Master Assassin? Okay, so we're just chilling. I should have banished Garroted him to get a big Garrote on the guy. I'll do it now. Oh yeah, I can hit him from so far away now. Thanks to acrobatic strikes. Doesn't matter. There's a shark on me. At least it does nature damage, so you can cloak it. So it's not that scary. But the hunter does not want the shark on him, and we have a paladin as our healer. Ah, man. Range paladin, dude. Couldn't come soon enough. They need to make that build viable, because this for this dungeon would be amazing. Having a holy paladin that can just stay at range to the shark mechanic. Because right now they literally have to stay melee here. It's not ideal for anybody. Especially me, since I have to deal with the shark. What was dealing with the shark over there? Sunforge. God, it's so nice. That is so nice. Oh, healer down? We have a paladin for B-res him. We don't necessarily need a healer. Like, if the hunter can kite him out, we'll be okay. But, like, we don't need a healer, technically. You can't do this boss without a healer. Healer's just cosmetic. Healer's a cosmetic.
Watch your step.
I'll literally sipping up myself to full. Do I want to just deathmark him? I don't think I do. I think I don't want to send deathmark, but I'll send a shiv then. Yeah, my damage on single target is pretty bad right now.
Watch your step.
Because ideally you want to be like 100k if you can be. But going for the M+ build, you do have to sacrifice some single target. It just seems a little low compared to like what I could do with my old specs. Was gonna die all out trying to decide healer's just cosmetic, just killed it. Dude, yeah, honestly, healers, we've killed the boss without a healer. Like, healers are kind of cosmetic nowadays. Which is probably they're gonna make like every encounter so much more like you need a good healer for stuff. Especially for the high end, but it's just like, man. I don't know. They're gonna make it tougher. That's how I feel about it. They're just gonna make everything a little bit harder than before. Actually gonna fully mark this guy.
Watch your step. Shockwave.
Good ring. Should start just hitting over the venoms if I can. Okay. Hey, that was now 7 out of 13 level 70s. Are you just going for a bunch of ALTS, man? Weisenart, let's go, my guy. Hell yeah, what are you going to be working on next? Which character you got in the sights right now? I think I'm gonna do the new Trinky here. To blast everything. Favorite motivation maybe should have stopped that. I guess I'll find out in a bit if it was going to be detrimental to us or not. Because normally you kind of let painful motivation go off because the enemies that have painful on them, they do take percentage damage over time. They did end up making it like not as deadly to enemies. And it does make him quite a bit stronger. Like these guys, Iron Titan Forces and Fortified hurt a lot. At least it's tyrannical. Yeah, get everything for the boss. Although a lot of the damage that happens to the boss is when he is in the last 30% of his health, where he takes like 100% more damage. So I'm gonna try to burn everything in the opener, and then hopefully I have stuff coming back at the end of it all. Definitely gotta re-garrote him when he's like low, or when a garrote's about to fall off. Did Garrote generate like 5 calm points there? What was that? I felt like it generated like a ton of calm points in the opener. I never had that happen before. I Garroted and I got like 5 calm points out of it. Normally it's like 3. Oh, he, yeah, freezing trap did not go off. Oh no. Did I get hit it? Oh no, it's so close. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. I got a little close. Rupture, no, I messed up. Okay, I'm really bad at tracking my dots, man. I'm not used to it anymore. Just out of shape with it. There we go. If he's doing freezing trap, that means, does he have Scare Beast? Or am I gonna have to like actually get one of the ads?
Phase 2.
Yeah, I guess I'll help here. Blind? Think cap? Perfect. Works out.
Watch where.
Dodgers.
Watch your step.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You kind of want to try to see if you can take those cannonballs around the boss, and then the tank doesn't really have to move, and you're just going around, so you can keep hitting the boss while not dealing with the mechanic. Also, I'm just sitting on so many stacks of amplifying poisons. It's actually not even funny.
Watch your step.
It's ridiculous. Way too many stacks of that.
Watch where.
Oh god. That guy's dead. Oh no. You have a res? We do.
Watch your step.
Okay, at this point, yeah. Oh god. I'm just gonna do one of these. Go around. Oh! Is that same guy?
Phase 3.
Okay, now we're doing the big phase. Now we're doing the big one. Okay, I want to make sure I'm just keeping dots on this guy. Just so I can have like a full proper go. We got a Trinky. Death mark. 2.4 million? Let's go.
Watch your step.
Gonna go road. Yeah, seriously, look at that. It gives 5 calm points. What is that? Why did the road give 5 calm points and a vanish? That's new. I don't remember that ever doing that. That is totally new. Alright. How do we do? 107? That's bad. Oh, isn't that really good? That wait, no, I don't use haste. Can I trade? I can! Yo, anybody need any haste users in here, boys? Yo, look at that thing. That thing was nuts. Oh my goodness. Priest probably next. Let's go. Dude, do I keep it? I don't think I keep it, right? Or do I keep it? Do I keep the reaction? It was so... Okay, the shrink is really good back in BFA, and that's what I'm like left with. It's like, oh, that thing is huge. A big fan of GG Dalio. Thanks so much, Ahsoka, and for TY for tanking, friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I need the ring? Does anybody use the ring, or is it all like Aeronog? Let me look. I'll give it away. A Dalaran giveaway. Hold on. I guess I need to look at the raids, right? Because assassination dungeons, he ain't gonna get any good info from it. Ring. So some are using seal of questionable loyalties, but like on a pure single target, I think it is still Aeronog and another thing. Rings. Yeah, I can give it away. I can give. I need ring. Tijara. Hey, hi. Hey, I don't need the ring. I can come to Val Draken and give if you want. I guess. Because he's heart, right? Val Draken. Yeah, keep me in the group. It makes it that much easier for me, man. I whispered him. Hopefully he'll take the ring from me. Second boss, ring him a warlock is best. Let's go. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a good ring, man. It's like, I don't know how to use it, but it's still really, really good. Where's this guy? He's out here. Hopefully we can trade. Yeah, I should be able to. It says it's tradable. There we go. Smiley face. Oh, yeah, that was not great, by the way. My damage was awful. So like Erode, Rupture, Crimson, all were okay. Phantom Knives was fine too. Primordial Stones were doing damage. I probably could have done a little bit more if I want like the Storm gem instead of the Frost gem, which is single target versus AoE damage. But yeah, like my crit is so low. Like 32% crit and it's low. I basically am using the same build. The only thing that's different are my daggers. But like I don't really have any good daggers really. Yeah. I mean, maybe I need to swap my gems out, right? Instead of Versa Crit or Crit Mastery or something. But man, it's just the damage is kind of on the lower end. With the Outlay, just crit so much. Beacon did okay. Grenade did not as much as I thought it would, actually. I wonder if I held on to it. I mean, it did okay, but like, eh. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be a better build for Assassination for M+. Because I would have loved to make like arterial precision build work. But I don't think that can work well. King's Bane is almost single target really. I mean, maybe Dragon Tempered and going for like instant poison, maybe that could be AoE, but like amplifying poison kind of sort of does too. Severity Bone Spike, maybe that's the play. I would have loved to just like have a proper AoE build for Assassination. Is there any recommended? Because there's a rogue Discord where Whisper does the guide and he writes a lot of good info in there. Does a lot of research for stuff. And the AoE opener, I kind of scuffed it a little bit, but otherwise it was pretty okay. Is there a build though? Mythic Plus, Dragon Temper Blades and Arterial Precision. Generally not recommended because of the single target loss. Ooh. Can add some utility in the form of Dispelling and Rages on Raging Weeks, while the other one is the Dragon Tempered single target build. Yeah, so that's like the build. That's the one that I have. That is the build that's recommended. It's just, that's the problem with the spec, like going Arterial Precision, which has some cleave value on the Shiv, is just a big single target damage loss. 10% single target loss. Like, what? I think the problem is like the spec has to choose between like AoE options or like single target options. You know? Yeah, if they rework in the spec, I do hope they rework maybe at least the spec talent tree for Assassination, because it seems like there's a lot that could be adjusted here. You know? Like Throne Precision is alright, but like if you want to do big AoE, flying daggers, but only if you're hitting 5 or more mobs. Which is like, I don't know, I feel like you should just take that 5 or more mobs away, at least make it like a decent single target. Not a single target thing, but like more than one target, Phantom Knight just slaps. I don't know, man. It's so much of a choice of single target or AoE, and you can either go big AoE or big single target, but the other one is always going to suffer. So this is the only one that's like close enough where single target is not the biggest loss, and some AoE, but like not as strong as a full rating single target spec, but it's not as strong as like the Arterial Precision big Shiv AoE build, which is only 5% gain in AoE, which is just, I don't know, man. There's got to be a better way, dude. Frost DK talent should be combined. Oh, Phantom Knight's talents? Yeah, I feel so too. I agree with you on that. Like Flying Dagger, Throne Precision, like it's just, yeah, it's like 2 points too. And like I would even rework the Flying Dagger 5 or more targets, like 2 or more, or just in general, just buff it by 50% more. You know? Because like the damage of the two are actually kind of close. It's just like the common points to generate. One is 4 common points, the other's only like 1. But what if you can play like a build where in AoE, Phantom Knight is like your single target ability and your AoE ability, you know? And then it's like you're replacing your filler spell, which I guess would also kind of sort of work. But like, I don't know, it's just not unrealistic, I think. Just because of how Mutilate works. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's frustrating though. I will say this, it is frustrating because at least like Outlaw and Subtlety have some things where you can go for like a middle ground build where you're not really sacrificing that much boss damage, but you're still getting quite a bit of AoE, and it feels like there's choices you can make without being punished. But with Assassination, it feels like you gotta get the best single target build, and you gotta be a decent set of talents. But if you sacrifice any of those talents, you're just losing from your single target by so much, where Assassinate Subtlety has so much core for single target, and then it's like the sacrifices you make is like such a slight loss, but like a decent trade, a really solid trade. Here it's like a full 100% trade for one and the other. You choose either good AoE or good single target, and every one of the talents you go into AoE just takes it out on single target so badly. And like maybe you can like build for dungeons where it's just like ads are going to be important, but like single target damage does not matter. But Assassination is a spec which is so heavy on single target with abilities like Death Mark. There's no way you can't go for like non-single target. But what if there was a build where you just didn't press deathmark, you went all the way down and picked up a bunch of talents on the left hand and right hand tree? Like, maybe that could have been a thing, right? I highly doubt it, because everything is so banked around deathmark for the spec. But I wonder if somebody will somehow come up with a build where you don't even need to press deathmark. I mean, with the current tier set, you kind of do. I didn't even forget about my tier set. I didn't even think about it. Poison edges. It actually did quite a bit of damage. This is like an extra bleed that you get whenever you apply, or is it? I think that's the bleed you get whenever you apply rupture on things. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think that's what it is. It didn't do that bad of damage. I mean, in AoE. It's like a portion, 40% more for your ruptures, which I guess makes rupture a little stronger. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I just want the spec to be good. And I just think the way where it's at right now is just not quite there. I mean, it's good in like raids, apparently. Damage wise, it should be pretty good. And it's pretty fun to play. It's just, it definitely needs like a paladin rework. I like assassination though. This was actually kind of fun. Like, fun aspect, definitely there. It wouldn't be the spec that I play all the time though. Oh man. I probably could have squeezed out a bit more damage. I mean, the hunter was only like, what, 5k ahead of me. Maybe I could have reached what he was doing if I had more practice, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not a bad spec, though. Alright, chat. I got a raid later tonight. I got a raid in, I think, in about an hour. So I'm probably going to get some food, chill. I got to figure out if I'm doing work or if I'm chilling this evening. I'm gonna try to decide. I'm gonna try to figure it out, man. But yeah, yo, thanks so much for coming by, boys. Appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, I plan on streaming. It is a bit of 50-50. It's a bit of 50-50, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow. Maybe I'll just take a break to get myself ready for Tuesday. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll be the play. But yo, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys all likely tomorrow, likely Tuesday. Yo, thanks so much for joining us, Jake, Mill, appreciate you. Wizen, Sergio, messed it up really bad. But yeah, hopefully we'll get like an update for rogues for 10.15. Because there's a lot of rogues on Rogue Discord that are like, oh, Hopium, but like maybe Rogue will get some kind of like announcement regarding our talent tree. Because like they're changing mages, they're adding augmentation evokers, they're changing warlocks, and maybe they'll take a look at rogues, because I feel like our cause does not scale well right now, and it's probably not going to do well next patch. We're just so like relying on these borrowed powers and rings and all these other things. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, thank you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully we kill Magmarax tonight, man. I'm coming back in on that thing as outlaw. I'm excited. But yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next stream, alrighty? You guys have a good one. Peace.
To blow it up like a volcano. I'm not a saint, you mad? Your sugar-coated doll is not so pure, my bad. I don't give a